Hi everyone, it's been a while. David saw me hit live and he still decided I'm going to be a moron and just do it anyway. Sorry if we're too loud, I'm just going to balance that down a little.
You were still fiddling with the slider.
Literally, stop streaming. Like, it said start, go live. Pay attention, 00. Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Not Worth a Cork. It's been a while since we've been here. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. We've been away for a while. There have been a few things going on, so of course we're not going to talk about that. But we are back for a bit, and we thought we would go through some Glenmorangie.
Yes.
Because I'm looking forward to drinking more whiskey.
Yes.
After these 16 samples I had today.
Well, you know, you could have paced yourself. You
could
have chosen not to have
I've
the
already
16
moved it.
samples.
I already moved it. See?
Turn it around.
Okay, you turn it around. So we are going to go through 4 for me, 5 for David, samples of Glenmorangie, because as it turns out, the distillery itself, they release a lot of new stuff on a regular basis. Before that, say hello, David.
Hello, David.
How is David?
David is good, thank you. How is Meg?
I have a headache. I'm all right.
Meg is also quite warm.
I am a bit on the toasty side, but it's okay. It's your flat not having air conditioning, which surprises me for a 21st century apartment building. But yeah, we're going to be going through 5 because they're the new ones. 4 bottles, 1 is a sample because Glenmorangie have made a change. The more notable change is they no longer make the 10-year-old as the original. It's now the 12-year-old, the original. Now, This is not the original, is it really? Then it is the rip-off. I always have a headache. That is true, Yemps. I have headaches because of simple things like Germans. Now, the reason the 12 is weird is because, as many would know, Glenmorangie, they bring out a lot of experimental cask ones. Now, they're not limited edition, though. They're just, on their website, they bring out different sherry types.
Yeah.
They brought out a Calvados cask, sorry.
Yes, they did.
They bring out other things as well. Hi, Bri.
Hello, Bri.
So it's a strange one. We would have, had today not happened for me, perhaps consider comparing the 10 and the 12, but I can't really do it. I can't personally. No, I will try the 4 that I want to try, and that's it.
Could be another stream in the future because we could
maybe
compare the 10 to the 12,
Well,
the 12 to the whatever the Santa's going to become, the 15.
Oh, yeah.
We can then compare the 15 to the...
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, right, context. A lot of their experimenters are 12-year-olds, yet their staple main 12 is the La Santa, a sherry cask. Glenmorangie pioneered sherry casks. They pioneered port casks as well.
Yeah.
We have also discovered Quinta Ruben originally was not a 14-year-old.
No.
It was also a 12-year-old. We know this because where Leona works, they still have bottles of it in the black box, which I would highly recommend anyone buy because they sell for over £100 in this country, which is ridiculous, really. But we're not going to focus on that too much. But I think an idea of comparing the 12 and the 10 as a short would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Just sit here for a minute with an empty dram and be like, oh, what do we think? It's shit. And go from there. We apologise for the backdrop and no intro. This is actually just a screenshot from a previous stream. In fact, if I go here, I had to do a screen recording, window capture, because I forgot to... Where's the chat gone? There it is. I forgot to bring the files for this. It turns out we don't have copies, so I'll make sure in the future when I see David next, I'll just give him a memory card with them on. That way he has a copy and we'll have them whenever we do this here. Or I just bring my laptop with me.
Yes, also works.
So the background whiskies are not accurate. Of course they're not. But I didn't have time to erase all of that to make it into a PNG image. I do apologise. But hi, Judas. Hope you're well. Hope things are better for you. I saw you in my chat the other day. You mentioned things weren't great. Hope things have improved. We weren't expecting many people here, to be fair, because we haven't done one of these since January.
Yes.
It's been
mid-January, yes.
Yeah, because we didn't do one afterwards when I came. Did we do one when I came up?
I think we did Discord. I don't think we did
Yeah, we've done Discord. Obviously, there's been a bereavement, so priorities have shifted.
Yeah.
And so we've not been able to rightly not do much. Hi, Laura. Hope you're well. So the options and the whiskies today, in order, are the brand new Glenmorangie Triple Cask Reserve. This is no age statement. It is basically their entry level, whereas it used to be the 10 Glenmorangie, the original, which is no longer that. David's reached for it, knowing we can't see it.
Yes, I do have a bottle of it.
In a very different box.
Yes, mine's an old school box with the actual design that's still on.
Whereas mine is the OG, like the standard looking box that you have for your middle box.
Yes.
And your 16, I guess, as well.
Yes.
We also have a 5CR sample of the Glenmorangie 12-year-old, the original, which it's not. We have Glenmorangie Tale of Tokyo, which I bought for David last year.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. We have Glenmorangie A Tale of Ice Cream, which I'm really looking forward to. I really want these, by the way, but I can't buy them. And the final one is a travel exclusive that Dave bought when you were traveling, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went to America last year.
Glenmorangie 16 called Tribute. Sorry, The Tribute. It actually says travel exclusive on the box. Judah's got sleep. Well, that's great at least. Seems a little bit on the quiet side. Yet David's not the loudest, whereas I'm intentionally projecting my voice. We're both on lapel mics, and so I can raise my voice, he can't.
I've moved mine slightly higher to see if that makes any difference, but that's about as much as I can do.
The problem you've got is if you put on more layers, you're going to be a bit too warm.
Yes.
You like warm, and no.
And I can confirm it is warm because in that rarest of moments, please note it down for posterity.
Shut the fuck up. Hi, Snucklers. Hope you're
not wearing a hoodie.
Don't ever say that ever again. Hi, Snucklers. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. We're not going to. Not going to dilly-dally today too much. We are going to dive in a little. We'll change to the bar in a minute. But if anyone has any questions about Glenmorangie, do ask. I'm sure we'll be able to answer some things. Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
It's unlikely. We did go to the whiskey shop today because, as many might know, I travelled to Norwich today. No issues at all. I even took a photo of a Fugler by a chess set. It was great. I challenged Magnus Carlsen to a game, of course, telling him that Earth would win. I did have a fairly uneventful journey, which was great. We went to the whiskey shop eventually, and we counted it. I tried 16 different whiskies again, and I got given a couple samples, which was great.
Yeah.
I knocked one over, accidentally. To be fair, that was a complete accident. Only thing David can project is vomit. Yempi, that is true. However, you'll be happy to know everything you sent that could go in him is in him. Yeah,
this is true.
He has consumed what you sent him. He has eaten out what was put in the box that you put in.
Whereas she went on holiday and didn't even take the shower gel I sent her.
Honestly,
disgraceful. She went on holiday for who knows how long and was filthy because she didn't take a shower gel.
Honestly, disgraceful behaviour. We can't be tolerating such abhorrent actions from Germans. Okay, so shall we dive into the first whiskey? We've only been here for 8 minutes, so...
A bit of a record for us.
Yeah. I'm not trying this whiskey, by the way, guys, because I had 16 samples. I really can't. I am so tired, and I have a horrible headache because of this. I've got to be a little bit... Sorry.
No idea if that picked up the pop, but we had a pop.
And,
I have thought of one small thing which I need.
I can't do the popping sound with my finger in my mouth, you know, that...
Yeah, that's one. I have jigger.
That sound. I can do it like that. That's what he's trying to do. First time for everything. Indeed, Bry. So I guess I'm not getting a refund. So David is trying the... I'll come over here. That is not it. That is the 10-year-old standard. I'll come over here.
I'll put that one up first in case we want to
see so this is what it was, and obviously it's been replaced, but we'll move that over here. We'll come here. This is on the Glenmorangie website. It is £33, 40%. It is a bog standard whiskey. That's what it is. It says here, inspired by the natural splendour of the Highlands to create a deep harmony of flavours. It unites bourbon, charred oak, and rye whiskey casks, which is rarely used in the Scotch whiskey industry. Oh my god!
And what you can, of course, see on that image is the updated Glenmorangie whiskey bottle design, which I don't like, but Meg does because it's shorter and fits in his cabinet.
Well, it's on my shelf in the bar now, isn't it? So it ultimately doesn't matter. Although, to be fair, just the thing, while that is factually correct, it is worth pointing out that my 10-year-old, my very first bottle of whiskey, my first birthday whiskey, and the first one I ever bought properly, is the old one, and I've never changed it. Hey, Chav. just for reference, I was gone 10 days and the fecker sent 500 ml of shower gel. No, not ordinary shower gel. He sent you shower gel that would get your vagina ablaze.
As I said, GMP, you got 500 mils. I got 6 litres of the stuff.
Get wrecked, bitch.
My vagina is still ablaze.
Okay, I mean,
it will be for some time.
I did see a bottle in the bathroom.
Yes, there's like 6 more. I think I've got through 6 so far.
Oh, no, because you sent 3 of them to me, didn't you? You gave 3 to me. I went through those. Didn't I take them? I did, didn't I? It was a couple of years ago.
I might have 4 left now.
Yeah, because I got 3 of them or 2 of them. I don't remember. I went through those. But yeah, this is the standard entry-level whiskey, basically, for Glenmorangie. It says here, let's see, tasting notes, colour, paprika.
Not quite orange enough, but...
It's not smoked paprika.
Okay.
Maybe it's paprika Pringle. I don't know. Aroma, luscious and tropical, with a combination of pears, vanilla, candied orange peel, honeysuckle, grapefruit, pear-flavoured boiled sweets, and gentle spices are present, such as cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg. Giggity. Followed by more luscious sweetness. That's a very overcomplicated palate.
Yeah. I wish before you start reading that out, I'd said pear drops, because I could genuinely smell pear drops, and you've read that too far.
To be honest, that's not... It's a good smell, though.
It's definitely sweet.
Hi, Rebel Storm. Hope you're well. Don't forget to smash the like.
See, I'm letting Meg have a sniff. He's obviously not drinking it, but he's having a sniff too.
It smells nice. It just smells like a lovely a drinker.
It's nice and fruity, and there is a little bit of a nuttiness to it.
It's a very drinkable whiskey. It's not a collectible piece. This is what they've put. For those who don't know, why would you put spices in whiskey? Well, I can ask the same question of David why he puts biscuits in them. But according to him, for him, it's a biscuit for dipping that. It's a whiskey for dipping biscuit. Yeah.
Science demands.
Hi, Kat. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. For those who are interested, we do have a little poll in the chat. By all means, vote as you will. We don't mind. Not to take offence if you don't like Glenmorangie. I know a lot of people who find it quite overrated. There's nothing wrong with that. I find that if you do like something or you don't like something, that's quite all right. Because it's that thing of it's down to you, the individual. We just like it because it's a good comfort go-to. You know, it's not overcomplicated. It's just all right. It's good. You know,
I'm pretty sure we've used the original Glenmorangie as a FIFA whiskey at one point as well.
More than likely, we've been through a lot of the 10, and don't forget here when they discontinued the 10.
Oh yes.
So in Sainsbury's, when they were getting rid of the 35cl versions of the standard 10 before they updated the bottles. They were selling them for £7.50 in Sainsbury's. I told him he had to go to his Norwich Sainsbury's. I bought like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Based on cost, think about this. A standard bottle of whiskey is 70cl, right? A standard bottle of this costs about 35, 40 quid, yeah? I paid £15, basically. And I went through those. I gave them away to my dad, to David. He got some as well. You know, we gave them away because it's the right thing to do. The latest ad campaign is great. Oh, the Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's the one Harrison Ford.
Oh, the Harrison Ford, because they might bring a limited edition thing for, aren't they?
Yeah.
If they do, I'd be very interested to see what it is.
So we haven't had that.
I don't care about that. Anyway, yes. So this whiskey. Let's go to the. Where's the mouse? There it is. Taste says the mouthfeel is creamy and vicious. Sorry, viscous. With a burst of creme brulee, cherry chocolate fudge, tangy orange sherbet, clove, sweet chili, and tropical fruits. Then comes the influence from the oak wood with maple syrup, almond marzipan, and sapotable spices. David?
Oh, I was just intrigued by the comment that someone went flying on the wet floor after we...
Wait, did someone? Wait, is he in our chat?
Ember. I don't know if that is... I was trying to look at the profile to see
it's you! Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, so for those who don't know, hi, Ember. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Yeah. Sorry about that. For those who don't know, the guy in the chat there, he runs the whiskey shop we were in earlier. I accidentally knocked a sample over that was meant for both of us. Now it's just David's because there's only enough left for one. Hi.
Hope we haven't actually put someone in there.
I really hope not. but if, at the same time, if you have, can I have pictures? just WhatsApp them to me. You got my number now. Don't send herons. Dad, if you're listening, you know what to do.
Don't. Other people are sending me herons randomly now.
I like this.
I was at work the other day, and I was like, well, thankfully I'm not drinking anything.
That's it. Good. So,
I was supposed to be tasting this.
Please tell everyone what you think of the triple cask. Go on, share with the class, since I'm not touching this one. Take your time. I'll tell while David's tasting that. So we went to the whiskey shop, and I wanted the Bunnahabhain, the newest Fezila territory one. It's not called that this year. I did get it. It's a Manzanilla sherry cask and a Amarone wine cask. It's really nice. I also bought, at the recommendation of a customer that came in, a bottle of Glen Scotia Victoriana, which I tried. Then I looked at my phone after all we left and all the samples we tried. A certain Ember, Mr. Chris, he's a very good influence, bad influence, good influence, and I tried 16 different samples. So we got fish and chips. Yep, I'm still dehydrated.
You've had 2 pints of water.
Yeah, but I'm Meg. It's fine. But he very kindly, as he does, gave us some samples as well, which is lovely. And we had a good conversation with him and a few of his customers, actually. Yes, One guy came in collecting Mark McCullens. That was a lot.
Yes.
One guy loved his Glen Scotia. Yeah. And another guy came in. An auction thing. Yeah, I didn't know people did that. That was interesting. He mentioned Springbank. That's not something I'm too familiar with. But I did bring a sample up for him this time, because usually we get samples. I brought up the Milk and Honey, the one that I bought for 2 years of Omegon 2. Yeah, he's going to share that with the other David, which I'm excited to hear what he thinks about it, to be honest.
I assume you can get there now.
Oh, God.
We haven't broken him.
Yeah, if we haven't broken him. If I get a WhatsApp saying I've broken him, I'm very sorry. Yeah. What do you think then?
It's nice. It's a perfectly pleasant whiskey. It's fruity.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's anywhere near all the things that are on that tasting notes.
I'll read it again. It says creamy and viscous, not vicious. Yeah. With a burst of creme brulee, cherry chocolate fudge, tangy orange sherbet, clove, sweet chili, tropical fruits. And then you've got references of maple syrup, almond, marzipan, and supple spices.
So I'd say the sort of oranginess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
None of the chocolate. I mean, it is smooth.
I think it's just a solid drinker.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a huge amount of input from the wood.
What do you think of the finish? It says here, rich, sweet, spicy, and almost chewy in nature. If a whiskey is chewy on finish, chances are the cork fell into the bottle. Or some dickhead called David has put his biscuit in there.
I mean, it's quite short. There is a little bit of something warming, which I guess is what they're referring to as the spiciness. But I mean, I wouldn't know how you define a chewy whiskey to say if it was chewy or not.
I think chewy whiskey is that Kalila freaking berry brown rubbish on the shop.
Yeah, the one that's
that defect. Yeah. So again, when we were in the shop, the lovely gentleman there, he pulled out some samples and bottles, and then showed us this berry bro Rudd Kalila, and it looked cloudy. Yeah. That's not good.
Yes, it was an interesting look.
Who put some milk in there?
Yeah.
It looked dodgy. It really did. What's that?
Oh, so you must have to do with... So,
yeah, it's his son.
Yeah,
it's his son.
Oh dear.
Yeah. You were checking, weren't you? Okay, well, I'm glad you're learning.
Perhaps we haven't put him in, perhaps we put his son in. Oh dear.
Oh, doesn't matter. Anyway, what do you think of the whiskey overall?
I mean, it's nothing special. I mean, I can see, to be fair, it's on offer like 23 quid or something in Sainsbury's.
Yeah, it's affordable.
It's a good price. I mean, for a Glenmorangie, that's a good price, and it's...
You know why they've done it?
There's nothing bad about it.
You know why they've done it, though, right?
Because they haven't got enough stock of the 12, because they've changed.
No, they've got plenty of that, because they experiment. No, they've done this because they wanted to keep up with other distilleries that now have the entry level.
Yeah.
Singleton Malt Masters, Pulteney do it as well with their Harbour. Yeah. Loads of distilleries are doing it now, bringing out a non-age statement because they can blend something. Yeah?
Yeah.
They need to get their own James Patterson, though, to make it work. When will you come out with the chewy whiskey popsicles? Never. Actually, saying that, I got given years ago. I never opened them. I was given a neighbour of mine 3 doors down. He gave me these sticker rocks, and they were different types of spirit flavours. They're behind the bar, and I've never used them, so they're not sticker rocks really anymore. They're just wrapped up candy that might be defective. But one of them is in fact a whiskey one. I just never tried it because I didn't want to. I thought, nah, that's a bit risky. That I didn't want to anyway because I'm not really a sticker rock person. As I'm getting older, my teeth are like, don't bother, just don't.
Yeah.
Unless I want dentures, I'd rather not risk it. Not yet, anyway. Why am I always getting myself into streams talking about stuff I know nothing about? Anxiety, you are more than welcome to be here, though, and chat about anything you like. If we can't answer, though, chances are it's because we're stupid. Or handicapped. Both.
And because the internet is a rabbit warren of endless things that you can find interesting without knowing.
Well, yeah, it's either this, or you can go through YouTube Shorts watching the same memes over and over again by different channels with different music. Yeah. Or you can watch the same videos of people ripping off other channels and ripping off TV shows, movies, music videos to make some bullcrap that no one cares about. Yeah. But apparently gets lots of views because farming for clicks is how you go forward now. Yay.
Yay, internet.
Gotta love that AI.
Yeah.
Oh, AI voices as well. That's another thing we have to add.
And you have literally no idea if anything is real or AI these days.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, thankfully, we can confirm we're real. I'm not going to guarantee it from both of us, but I don't know, maybe we aren't. Who knows?
No,
Yeah.
we're just some AI beings.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think this is worth the money? Worth the £23 price tag?
So, I'm going to say no.
Why?
Because of the Auchentoshan American oak that's up there, which is normally available for 23 quid in Tesco.
That's better. I think people will more than likely gravitate towards Glenmorangie because the thing that separates that from the American oak is the packaging.
It's a more
vibrant,
vibrant, and to be fair, it's probably a more well-known brand than Auchentoshan.
Very true. I will agree with you that
quality-wise,
lean towards an Irish.
Well, you've got the Irish. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at because immediately thinking off the top of my head that price, we know that's good.
Yeah.
And
so to me,
have we been through?
This whiskey is and isn't. For 23 quid, I'm not gonna. If someone bought it for me, I'm not gonna say no. But I do also feel bad about buying it for myself. I do also think
for the money.
Yeah, I do also think though that it's one of those where I find that there are limited stocks in the world of Cork, and this is certainly not worth it. Oh. Yes, we said it.
It should be. It should just be a screw top.
It should be. Yeah, it should be there with the Irish whiskies, which and as Brian told me in the chat a while back, they're meant to have a screw top because you don't meant to reseal them and keep them. You just drink them.
Yeah.
Looking at David's collectible Jameson bottle in the cabinet there.
Yeah. Hey, it's still a screw top.
It is.
Just gets refilled with other Jameson because it's a cool, shiny silver bottle.
What I would do over time is I'd change the screw top for a newer one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That would be a smarter move.
Yeah. But I don't even know where I got that. It was just cool.
You've had it as long
silver.
You've had that as long as I've known you.
It's had at least 4 refills.
True. Well, it is a good go-to. I've had a fair bit of Jameson in my time. I think.
Yeah.
Again, solid drinker, and I think I'd rather drink Glenmorangie 10 than I would this one. After I did put it in my notebook, I think I just wasn't as impressed. I didn't mind it. It's
lacking in whelm.
Yeah. There's a lack in whelm. Sadness.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to send that YOLO swag fam and all that? It means you now have to do the part you hate the most and drink water without flavour in it.
Oh no! Yes, I have to add
back to the bar, guys. If you were to rate that out of 10, David, what would? Because we can do that. What would you rate it? It is the baseline, but the benchmark would be the 10, wouldn't it? Say the 10 is a 5.
The 10 is a 5. This is 3.5.
3.5. So it's not completely trash.
No. If the bait, I think probably. I get what you're saying with the 5 for the baseline, but obviously I think if we were rating Glenmorangie 10 as an overall, we wouldn't put it at a 5, would we?
No, but we have to because it is the standard. It has to. It's like when I mentioned putting Jameson as a standard for certain whiskies as well. You disagree, but actually it has to go there because it's such a standard, like Bushmill standard, Tullamore Dew standard.
Yeah.
It is a standard whiskey.
We just rate it significantly higher.
Oh yeah,
as a whiskey for our taste.
Well, a solid drinker, yeah. I think I'd lean, if it was cheaper, I'd lean on Talisker 10 more, but only because of price. I think actually the only whiskey I'd say would be more guaranteed drinkable would be the Johnny Walker Black Label, because that's just... before David opens what's next, I'm going to come over here and show you. So next one on the list would be the 12, but this is the 10. Now, Glenmorangie had discontinued this. So if you can get your hands on bottles... Oh, there's only 6 bottles in stock.
Stop adding them to my basket.
What are you talking about? We also, you might like Oloroso 10-year-old. Okay, right. Well, I like it's got reviews here. I want to see these in a minute. But this 10 is basically discontinued. It's won so many awards. So a 12 quickly. 1. It's only been out a little while, so I don't expect much. But this is a prolific and consistent entry. Now, I don't understand why they felt the need to remove this. To me, the 10 should stay because it's the benchmark. Also, think about this. While you have the stocks and the reserves to make all these 12s, yeah, why not? What are you laughing at?
Yempi.
Oh, being German again. Why not just keep the 10 because that is the original? Why did you have... And I'm not going to throw too much shade because the 12 might be nice, who knows? But you've got a lot of 12s. I've had the Palo Cortado, it's gone. I've got the Amontillado, I've got the Calvados. You know, they brought out loads of different 12s.
If they've got some of it aged for 12 years, why not use that, finish it in something else, and have the original, but it's fancy because it's 12 and it's got a wine finish or whatever finish.
They've also got like 11 and 13s as well. They've got cognac and Armagnac and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I do think the La Santa is better off being at 15 personally, because I think with all those 12s there now, it feels wrong to have...
Quite a crowded market.
Yeah, but now they've got a 12, 15, 18. Where's the Quinta Ruben going? Because the 18 is the Infinita, which I've got. Yeah. It's great, by the way.
And of course, they've got the Nectar...
it's not just... That was a 12, wasn't it?
Well, we thought it was a 16, didn't we?
It's a 12, and now it's called the Nectar, and it's done in 5 different wine casks.
It's not an age statement.
No, the Nectar's the new one's a 15.
Oh, no, it's a... Yes,
no, 16, sorry, 16.
No, that one's not an age statement, is it? The one I've got in the cupboard, the original Nectar d'Or.
No, but we did find out it should have been close to a 12 because it's Sauternes. And whereas the newer one is all these wine casks and 16 years old, which again is a bit weird because it's not the same thing.
No, and there's also, I mean, we've got obviously tribute to come later, but there's a whole load of other odd Glenmorangies like the Alta, the Companita or something else, and they're all some strange ages as well. There's some 13s, 14s, 15s in there, and they're all different age statements. So they've got a huge catalogue of variety of age statements.
They're actually bringing out a 19-year-old soon called the Salty German Vagina.
I think you mean that's a 39-year-old.
I'm 39, not her. Kidding. No, they have a 19 as well. They have like the extremely red. Remember those ones?
Yes, because they've got the
21.
They've got what was the 18.
Yep. They're 18, then they're 19
extremely
as well.
Rare. Then they have then there's the 21. There's the Signet and then the Signet Reserve, which aren't age statements but are aged.
One's £200 more than the other one.
Yes.
Which, if I had that, I would have bought it because I thought that I would. To be fair, I'd open it. Not you with yours because it's a show-off piece, but I'd open it because I'm a knob. You know, if I can, I will.
But no, I can neither confirm nor deny what we may or may not have done to the chocolates.
And I've already confirmed it. It's fine. Anxiety, it sounds like it does sound like a bit of a drag name. Although to be fair, based on how it's spelt on the box, you'd think it's Glenmorangie. But apparently it's Glenmorangie. But that also doesn't make much sense because of the way it's now laid out on the box. And there are other distilleries that do that now. And Dubliner do it. They do an Irish whiskey and a honeycomb liqueur, which is awesome.
It is good.
We only got it because I thought it was the bottle that was in my house all these years ago. It's not. I can't find that bottle. I don't know what it is. But they changed the layout, and the font is not. It's actually the same font. Looking at it, same font, but just slightly bigger. If you look at it carefully, it's the same font on both boxes. Yeah, just bigger. Yin Yang Twin Wolves, hi. I hope you're well.
Welcome.
David has already had the first glass. We will be having the second. This whiskey, let's go to the reviews just for a laugh. So review time. Let's go with the 1 star, shall we? Let's get 1 star in.
Not what it used to be.
Chemical aftertaste. Yep, no way, thanks. Fruity, just malty oak and very, very sugary stuff. 1, how much? No question mark there, so how much? Didn't like it. 1 word, boring. Continues to go with more than 1 word.
I was going to say, that's a lot of 1 word. Boring.
Cheap. Okay. Bad. Taste bud teaser or flavor thermostat. Okay. Always delicious, sometimes makes your taste buds work for the reward of deeper complexities, sometimes gives up its prize more easily. Reckon could be down to temperature affecting what it gives off, unless of course it's the palate that has moods. Just not right. Could be better. People are very enthusiastic on this side, but the resounding agreement is 4 to 5 stars. Can't I'm not going to. I'm looking at negative reviews is always the best part about these. Yes, but was the 15 out yet? It's not here.
Might be if you click on the other Lysander, it might go newer version. It's on offer though. That's good. If those of you watching, what's on screen now?
David has this, by the way. David has that.
David has that. David does have that. David did not pay that for it, but David
no, he did not. No, he also didn't pay the import tax and all that because he's a cheap hoe. Right. Anyway, the Glenmorangie 10. We're not doing this. No. We are moving on to this. We're not doing a full bottle. Just to clear. It looks the same, as you can tell. Seriously.
Yes. Those of you paying attention will not be able to tell any difference other than the number has changed.
Yeah, literally just this number right here. It's just 12. It's now, it says here, the flagship Glenmorangie original has been reimagined by the Highland Distillery, with the minimum age of the whiskey raised to at least 12 years old. The single malt Scotch, which won a... Are we on the right screen, just to be clear? We are.
Yeah.
It was... 2024, before it was even released to the public, was adapted by some idiot. Glenmorangie's director of whiskey creation, and his team, as they felt there was, sorry, I'm reading from distance, felt there was extra silkiness, complexity, and sweetness to be gained by going up to 12 years old. Okay, well, this...
He's allowed to be wrong.
We'll find out. You have the bottle, you've already cracked it. If anyone in the chat has questions, I should, of course, lean forward and read you guys. Hello. Hi. May you have all the paper cuts and learn about them while showering with minty orange sauce. I like the mint tea tree shower gel, quite frankly. Should be enough there for a single each. So, how? Okay, well, I'm not the only spiller. I did the guy in the whiskey shop a bit dirty today. So I brought a sample of the milk and honey, and I filled the sample in the digital dram right to the absolute top. Like, there was no air in that sample at all. So when he opened it, he couldn't pour it directly into the glass without spilling it on the counter.
Yeah.
It was great. He then used his finger to lick it off the table. I was okay with this.
He was committed to the cause.
I mean, by that extension, am I supposed to have taken those kitchen towels and just sucked all the whiskey out of them?
I mean, if it was that Feta KM24, then yes.
Probably would have, yeah.
You'd had to squeeze it back into the bottle.
I really wish I hadn't said anything, because I could have walked out of there with a 24-year-old sample and been like, yes.
Yeah, not realised till we got home, like, are we supposed to have this?
I have no regrets. I do now, though. Okay. Shut up. So, let's go up here. Oh, no. Actually, you know what we're going to do first? We're going to go to the one review.
The only review.
Great.
Is that paid for by Glenmorangie by any chance?
Well, it says Glenmorangie.
Excellent.
Well, is this meant to be meringue? Is that what that is? Glenmorangie. Oh, I like a meringue. I know a place that sells some. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Banging. Okay, well, we're not going to go through that. We're instead going to come up here. That looks a lot richer in colour than Lasanta than it actually is. Well, tasting notes then, shall we? I haven't had a whiskey yet, so have you?
No. Well, yes, I had one a few minutes ago.
Okay. Very citrusy. The evil twin. Glenmorangie. Yeah, Glenmorangie. Yeah, Glenmorangie. Spelt wrong, meringue.
It's very orange.
It is very citrusy, I find. It says here, the nose is inviting and very orange. Jaffa cakes are marmalade initially. It retains this note throughout. Every time you nose it again, hello, how are you? There's more heaps of marmalade spread on a buttery croissant, not croissant, for good measure. But stone fruits emerge too. Think tinned peaches and nectarines. Oh, that stuff's good. I could do with a tin of peaches right now, actually, saying that.
Well, apparently you've sniffed this enough.
Fam, let's just go Tesco. As well as banana bread, caramel shortbread, Brazil nuts, oak char, and a flowery perfumed quality. So what you're describing here is lush.
Marmalade on toast and lush.
Oh, and Paddington Bear. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, definitely marmalade, yes.
Okay.
It makes me think of the
Marmalade
Hague Club orange and the Jameson's
Mediterranean
orange.
Mediterranean. Yeah, I guess so. It's a bit...
It's quite spirity, even if you blow on it.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's very spirity. That's one little gripe I'm having so far. You want to find out, don't you?
I'm just going to have a snifter of
David is going to, for those who are curious, he's going to have a sniff of his 10 to see what the smell is like. That's not very satisfying at all. No. Wet your cork, boy. You're going to hit yourself in the face doing that. Okay, well done. What do you think? I'd blow any more on this.
It's not as potent on the nose, but it's also not as spirity.
There's orange there though in both. I find maybe I'm going to this a bit jaded. Hi, Shambunkins. Hope you're well.
There's also a little bit of cork in the bottom.
Oh no. Well, at least it's not like that Penderyn a few years ago.
Oh no, it disintegrated on us.
Saving that with another one, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't remember what we saved it with, but was it one of mine?
I don't know. We had a couple of spare corks and one of them fit, didn't we?
I want toast with some marmalade. It sounds like a winner. You should. Okay, well, I guess we should try this. It says on the palate is soft, a little chalky, also thick and tongue coating in texture. There's more orange and vanilla at its core. Then comes apricot, so it should be a little bit bitter. Sour, sorry. Dark chocolate, floral, honeysuckle, lemon drop, pepper, and a warm, cozy flavour of pastries and from a patisserie.
That's, again, quite a complex palate.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, but no.
No.
Whatever. I haven't had a drink yet, so.
Chante, drink, whatever. Yeah.
Moist. It's all right. It's okay.
Tongue coating texture, yeah.
It's definitely got a little bit of spice there that I wouldn't have associated with a Glenmorangie.
No.
Feels a bit out of place. It's not bad though. It's
still very smooth. It's definitely orange fruity.
Very orange fruity, yeah. It's okay. I'm not complaining. We do have to, because it's the first one to do it, have to do a 12-second taster on it, time taster thing. This is my sample, and so I'm the one that does it. You can talk for 12 seconds, can't you?
Probably not.
No, you do struggle with these things. You didn't use your watch. Why are you going to that?
Because I figured that as it was here, it would be easier.
Okay.
But apparently I was wrong.
Go to 15 seconds and then just tell me when 12, okay?
Okay, 15 seconds starting now. 14, 13, 12. Yeah, I might have to have some of the 10 at some point to compare because I haven't had any for a while. It definitely feels similar and like a Glenmorangie. It's not out of place, I would say. There you go. That is your...
That's just a bit dry at the back, that's all. Tongue's a bit warm, a little bit peppery. I think if anything, that actually overwhelmed my taste buds a bit much. It's nice. Yeah, it's actually all right. I need to find out who that person was that messaged me on Yahoo. Work that out about the Stornings. They said they'd be in my chat, and I don't remember who it was. I've forgotten the name. Yeah, it's okay. It's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's not lacking in whelm or anything like that. Just to be clear, it's okay. Yeah.
I think we're probably scrambling to try and remember what the 10 is like and internally compare, even though we're not really.
You could dip our finger into it and find out, but I don't really want to. I don't want to drink more than what is guaranteed. You can.
Well, we could do it. Once we finish this glass, we could have a very liberal little bit in the...
liberal?
Yeah. A liberal drop.
A liberal. You realise liberal in this instance means healthy measure, right?
Okay, we'll have a conservative drop then.
Thank you.
If we're drinking, think this will get all political.
I just wanted to correct you on air for once because you usually do it to me. I'm just here for that.
I'll have a Labour drop. There we go. We'll cover all bases.
So it'll be completely taxed the higher and you won't get anything. But you will find this is now
broken promises.
This has now been used to rehouse about 8,000 pet people and their children.
Yeah, you can get a few families in that.
Yeah. Politics, everyone. How exciting. If you were to rate this one, based on what you're tasting so far, would you rate this above the triple cask?
Yeah, it's nicer than the triple cask.
Yeah.
It's...
Ooh. The moist. Oh, moist is strong. Thank you so much, Snuckles. Yes, I'm saying it that way forever because it's hilarious. It does mean our stream goal's been hit, which means we have to tell a story. So, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done while drinking whiskey, David?
Buy more whiskey.
That's not dumb, that's the smartest. When was that, David?
Yes.
Oh, you got to tell a story, come on.
I mean, well, two obvious examples come to mind. One was the drinking with a friend of your family on the deck.
Was that when you had hiccups?
No, that was when we decided...
Was that on my
spur of a moment, sudden to bosh a bottle of Octomore?
That was on the deck of my sister's cabin. Yeah.
160 quid random out of the blue.
Who owns that now? Who owns it?
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, you own that. That was the 11.3 bought off Bottle Club. One of the few times we used it.
The only time I used it successfully.
Yeah. We were drinking Dubliner, I think.
I think we were on... That was when we did either the coffee or... something else.
It was the coffees. There was the coffees. We had 4 different coffee-infused drinks. One was Johnny Walker Espresso Roast, Blender's batch. We had the AU coffee.
Yeah.
We had the Kraken coffee and the Pirate's Grog. Yeah, the 8s. We were sampling them. I think we agreed certain ones were better coffee-wise. The whiskey one, no.
The Johnny Walker did not do well in that test.
No. I think the AU probably was the best. It tasted like drinking a coffee.
Yeah.
The Pirate's Grog didn't do as well either, but only because... the others were just so much better. It's not really a whiskey conversation, though.
And the other one was the Port Escape, where we both were absolutely not buying any more whiskey.
Oh, we were sat in the, couch of my cabin.
You know, we were in your bedroom for that one.
No, it was a cabin because we were on the couch, weren't we?
No, we were in your bedroom because we were sat at the computer.
Oh, yeah.
We were absolutely, definitely not buying any more whiskey.
Yeah.
And then that was the...
gift set. The 8-year-old.
Was it the peated stream?
Don't remember. It was an Isla stream.
We had a sample.
Yeah.
And within about 30 seconds of trying it, we both independently got on our phones and bought it from Master of Malt.
I ended up giving David the box for mine because I'd accidentally broken his. But his glasses and bottle were fine, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I did buy... I have that the Port Escape is lovely.
And you've since bought the...
Cast strength.
First
batch only, though. I haven't got any of the subsequent batches. Yeah. If they've done any others, I haven't got them. I've got the first one, and I'm not opening it. Because I don't need it open. I've got a Port Escape behind the bar.
Yeah.
Also, I see no reason to open it because I think I've got quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't need any more open. No, thank you. Not right now, okay? We'll take our time and hope for the best. That's not a bad story. I know we told many a story about things we've done, certainly on the YouTube space. One of the first experiences I ever had with whiskey was one of the first times we bought a sample set from Master of Malt. And that was not long after I started working nights for a company called A Novo. And we would sit in the living room of my place and we'd drink them. Others would join sometimes, but normally it was just the two of us.
No.
Others had studies, and we were just like, nah. But other times, we would go back to David's and his parents, and we'd sit in his lounge and get told off by his parents like 2 or 3 in the morning because we're getting louder and louder from laughing at FIFA.
As we're progressively getting worse and worse at FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
And then we bring our super sub Patterson, score 2 goals, and start cheering.
Thompson.
Start cheering because we've suddenly won a game.
Actually, that's the thing. So we today tried a mystery whiskey that was made by Thompson Bros, and it was kind of meh. It was kind of standard because it was a Bruichladdich 13 peated. It was okay. It had a bottle that was completely dark with a question mark, like the Riddler on it.
Yeah.
And it was it was okay, but for that amount of money and a mystery, you kind of... I don't want a mystery like a Kinder Egg where you've got a bigger chance of getting a disappointing toy. You know, I want to know I'm getting something, or potentially getting something good.
I think that's the thing, because I don't know what else it could be, but when they talked about one being a 16-year-old, one being a 26-year-old, that it could be, and there was obviously a couple of other variants as well. So I suppose it's going to depend what the variants are. If there's some good stuff in there, it might be worth the punt.
Yeah, but it could be a 26-year-old Bells.
True, yeah.
Is that going to be good? No. Why? Because you can polish a turd as much as you like. It's still a turd. You can't save it.
We present to you the golden turd of whiskey.
In a bell-shaped decanter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worth some money. No, bloody well ain't. It's worth using as hardcore under someone's patio.
Right, here's a question that could take up the rest of the stream.
Go on.
What makes a good whiskey?
I plead the fourth.
I don't know what right that is, but that's not the one you're thinking it is.
I refuse to self-incriminate.
That's 5.
Thank you. I plead the 5th.
Hang on. Oh.
In my defense, even Uri Geller with his magic hands couldn't have opened that milk and honey without spilling it. Enjoy your gig. I hope you have a wonderful time. And I hope you and other David enjoy that tomorrow.
Yes.
And I hope, I hope he does. If David does, do let us know.
Let us know, because I can bring a sample of the other milk and honey on Monday.
The Isla, yeah.
So let us know.
David has the Isla cask one that's stronger, because David's a knob. Hi, Orla.
And obviously glad you are obviously out of Airnie and on your way to the gig. Have a good evening.
No, I'm not paying you medical bills. I paid you in milk and honey.
And yes, if anyone wants some good service with whiskey and you're near Norwich, go see the whiskey shop, and Ember, he will look after you.
Or Chris. Yeah.
Yes. We do. He has been very good to us over the years, and we do appreciate his help.
He especially likes if you tickle his balls. He loves that.
He also loves if you go in and he says, "I'm not drinking today," and you go, "Do you want some of this?" And he's like, "All right then."
Twisted my arm. He really twisted my arm there.
So,
that's more a Rob thing. Oh, I'm trying not to, Ryan. I'm trying not to. You sure? It's like £300. Oh, you twisted my arms.
Yeah.
Hey, Criffbo. Hope you're well.
Evening, Criffbo. How is Mass Effect going? Have you completed it again yet? Again?
We did have obviously the question, what makes a good whiskey? What to you makes, and there are different regions, but let's say what makes to you a good Irish whiskey?
See, I can't say smooth because they're all smooth.
Yeah, but what are you looking for in an Irish whiskey that makes it to you good?
So there's
not easy, is it?
They seem to have a good way of putting some character into them, despite they're all virtual triple distilled. So they're all really smooth.
Yeah.
Really, I suppose, inverted commas.
Well, it's like putting so through a Brita filter enough times.
Yeah, but they have a bit of character. Like they are different. Jameson's are different to Tullamore in the Pierce. I mean, that 5-year-old Pierce.
Very different.
It's a really lovely whiskey.
Yeah.
And yet that's...
Well, Tullamore, Bushmills and Jameson's all incredibly smooth, but all very different. Same with the Proper 12. That's very, very different.
Yeah. They've managed to make something that's almost standardised in the sense of the restrictions of what Irish whiskey is all very much the same.
Yeah.
But they all make them differently. So it has a bit of... It's hard to put your finger on exactly what, but a bit of character to it.
So we'll take this logic and apply to American whiskey. Oh, wait, that doesn't exist. So we'll go to the Scott. We'll go Eagle Rare. There you go.
What makes it American? What makes it good? Not being American.
Yeah, that too. Well, you can't. Sadly, I can't stick it in the 51st state of Canada because they don't make any good whiskey at all.
No, good American whiskey is Scotch whiskey you can only buy in America.
They've got Irish ones as well over there. So, if we apply it to Scotland, you have to apply it to each region. If you want what makes a good Speyside, it's got to have a certain level of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But lowlands are typically sweeter. Highlands have a bit more of a sharp, they have more
sharp and more floral.
Yeah. Isla's peat smoke. Islands really are different. Campbelltown's, it's the smallest region, and I don't know how to quantify it yet.
Glen Scotia, basically, is the quantification.
You've got Springbank as well, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
They've got another one, another distillery going there soon as well. Actually,
Isn't I know Toadmore is an island.
Hazelburn is one as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Springbank, Hazelburn.
Clydeside. I don't know. They've got other things going on, and other whiskey distilleries are rising. That's great.
Because the islands are so. Because when you've got
too many islands.
I mean, if you think Talisker and Jura, they're both island whiskies, yet they're
Highland Park
poles apart. Yeah, they're poles apart in
yeah.
terms of the type of whiskey profile. Aren't they?
Yeah, there's just too much variety to be certain.
But ultimately, I suppose, as a TLDR for your question, something you enjoy drinking, because we all have different tastes, and I'll like stuff Meg doesn't. Meg likes stuff I don't.
We had that when we were last, not today, the last time.
Hate half the stuff we like.
True, but that's because they're uncultured. When we did those samples, when we were in the whiskey shop with the David back when I was last here, we all tried some samples he had. Only Chris and I had one taste version. The other, you, David, and Rob, who works there, you all had different tastes.
Yeah.
You tasted something completely different to us. We were like, what are you talking about? We can't taste that.
Yeah, because we could all smell and taste something that you
because it was a peat smoke thing, wasn't it? Yeah, and we couldn't taste it. We were like, no, it's not there. What are you talking about? This is bland.
Yeah, you didn't like it. You didn't think it had much.
Flavor, it was boring. It was, I don't know why, but apparently I had someone had cast block on me.
Yeah,
someone had slapped me in the face with a pacifier card.
So basically, I mean, finding what you like. Now we've been drinking whiskey for quite a while, so we have a reasonable idea of if we're going to like something or not based on like what region it's from or something.
Yeah.
But if you're relatively new to whiskey, he's doing the agua waggle.
I'll take my agua to go, please, because I need to clear my palate. Thank you.
Once you get an idea of what you like, then that's what is good whiskey for you.
Agreed.
We might not think it's good based on our standards. Someone else in a bar might not think it's good. It might be very good based on someone else's opinion of whiskey. So what you like.
Another great example of whiskey. We've done some whiskies on this stream where I didn't like, he didn't like. We've gone through them, and it comes down to the individual, and I think that's great because if we go through this always just liking things, it's going to suck. Never too much maple syrup. Agreed, Snucklers. Maple syrup is great. Goes well on bacon and pancakes.
Sorry, we don't have those for breakfast, I'm afraid.
Sadly. If I was going to rate this whiskey, do I have any Weetabix or am I going with my cereal bars?
The Weetabix was it? Oh no, you finished the Weetabix at
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay, you go find Weetabix.
I'll check.
If I was going to rate this whiskey, with the standard 10 being a 5...
Yes. I don't know how old it is, but yes, there's Weetabix in there.
Sweet, I'll have that tomorrow. If I was going to rate this out of 10, I don't think I'd rate it above the 10. Because part of me just doesn't want to. Because I do think that this doesn't need to exist, right? It's not bad. It's good for the money. Let's see what the price again. It's not much different in price. It's what, £2 more? Not even that. Under £2 more than the 10. Yeah. It's not horrendous, but I don't see the point in this existing. I don't want no.
No, tiddly.
No. No. You can do tiddly on the 10. I will do diddly nothing.
Tiddly diddly.
I am done diddly done for, done diddly done for, done diddly done for. Okay?
You are done diddly done, I think, for today, yes.
After done diddly done, yes. Have you considered making bacon cinnamon rolls with maple syrup? No, I had never considered that because cinnamon rolls isn't a thing for me. It doesn't really feature much in my life.
Cinnamon rolls aren't as big over here as they are. I think in Europe and in America, cinnamon rolls are really big. They're not.
Ours are like thin and flat, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not as big over here. They're not popular either over here.
The flat ones you get in Tesco.
Yeah, the swirl.
Oh, they're rubbish. Yeah. They're rubbish.
I think the American ones I see are more like a croissant. Big, thick things.
Yeah, they've got some girth to them, have they?
Yeah, a little bit of heft.
Weird hearing you say you like something that's bready or pastry with a bit of thickness to it, considering you discarded some of the freaking batter on your fish earlier.
No, there was a skin bit rather than it wasn't the batter so much as the skin bit.
Ignore it and eat it. Don't waste food. We don't do that in my house, unless you're a child.
Yeah, but they don't eat food in your house. They eat processed children in your house.
That sounds like kids' food. Wait till they get to adulthood and they're still eating dino noodles. And I'm just like, no wonder you're freaking deficient in all these vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Continues to eat chocolate, you know. I don't know if I have a leg to stand on criticising them when it comes to meals when I barely ever eat hot food.
No, but...
I've eaten more hot food today than I have in a week.
No, but you don't eat it. It's not that you won't eat it.
Yeah.
Whereas they won't. you eat broccoli. I mean, you can have a roast dinner on something that's proper food with veg and everything.
Well, I'll be the judge. If your dad's listening, I'll be the judge of the quality of the veg. If you screw it up, you'll be punished for it. I have high standards for that. If I get burnt on my mouth once, I'm really annoyed.
He's playing all the Mass Effects, I think. He seems to do all of them all the time because he is obsessed.
Oh, fair play to you.
But yeah, no, having just had a little bit of this, I would say it's actually not as vibrant flavour-wise.
Yeah.
But I think it's slightly nicer because of that, because it's not quite so tangy.
You might want to be specific here in reference to
I'm drinking the Glenmorangie 10. I've got a very small dribble of the Glenmorangie 10.
Do you prefer it to the 12? Oh, back to the glass for the last dregs. Oh, he's having an issue swallowing. Good girl.
So, yes and no.
Okay. Justify.
So, I think it's slightly smoother than the 12.
Okay.
Which is weird, given they apparently think they can get it silkier by having it 12 years old.
Ain't nothing silky about 12.
There's not as much flavour in this as the 12.
Okay.
But for me, personally, I'm not sure that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I found the 12 very orangey, and obviously I liked the Hay Club orange, but I didn't like the Jameson's. It was too over the top with the orange.
Spirit drinks, though.
And the Morange-A-Trois was making me think along those lines, and that was...
It pushes it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was on the edge of what I was comfortable with.
We've often treated the 10 as a drinker. I don't think the 12 is... I think the 12 is like the triple cut. I think it's used more for a mixer. That's not a dig at Glenmorangie, by the way. It's just reality.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I say it physically has more flavour than the 10. I'm hold my hands up and say the 10 does not have as much flavour as the 12, but for my palate, that's not quite a good thing for my taste. But if you enjoyed that, you might find that it's more flavourful and it's better because you like the flavour.
Yeah, I prefer the 10 personally. I'm always going to have a soft spot for it. It is that first whiskey I ever bought, birthday whiskey as well. Very first one, and I've still got the same bottle, and I've topped it up a few times over the years. I leave it to I'd say the last 2 shots, and then I refill it, because I think that's a good way of going about it. Of course, it's been sat on the bar shelf for a while, and bar's not really much use these days, because, David's not there.
It will be again soon.
My feelings.
For those of you on the Discord server, I've just put a picture in the bar of the extra bottles I have to hand to the side, with some extra Glenmorangies. There are more in the cupboard as well, but these are just some of the extra grab ones that we may reference. So
right, yes, the Signet and all that lot. Yes, the Signet is quite the piece. We'll get to soon. If you were to rate this one, would you rate this 12-year-old Glenmorangie above the 10 then? Because I'd say 4.9. Just put it below it. Just. I don't see the point of it existing. That's my issue.
It is.
It's fine. I just don't see the reason.
I can't see that they've gained much, if anything.
Well, I think what they've done.
What they've done.
I think what they're doing, and I think it's an obvious one. A lot of distilleries do trilogies: 12, 15, 18.
Yeah.
Okay. The 12 is the original, 15 is La Santa, 18 Infinito. Where's the Quinta Ruben going though?
Yeah, because really, the Quinta Ruben is part of it. I mean, you'd think of
I'd make
Glenmorangie Trilogy as the 10.
They've only just replaced the 18 with the Infinito, haven't they? So now what are they going to do? Replace the Infinito with Quinta Ruben? I expect them to.
Yeah.
I don't think they should. Because what's the point of doing that? How many years is it going to be in bourbon cask before they then put it into with 18 years?
But the Infinito is really nice because we've had it on.
I'm halfway through the bottle. I know it's good.
I think their original idea, 10, 12, and the 14 Quinta Ruben, makes a nice trilogy.
Yeah, I agree.
They're all good in their own right.
Yep.
But they're varied. They're different.
Yeah.
They all develop on a theme, but they're all very obviously a Glenmorangie. I'm with you. I don't know what, because obviously they're up in. We haven't tried it.
Yeah.
I've only got the original 12 La Santa with us. We don't have the 15.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's like, but there's nothing wrong with the 12 La Santa. There's no reason to change it based on anything really. There's no real reason to change it. And as Meg says, the Quinta Ruben is a really nice whiskey, but it now doesn't fit anywhere because it's now below the middle of the trilogy. So, yeah, they kind of, unless they're going to up all the ages of all the whiskies.
Yeah.
But then, God, what are we going to end up with? The Quinta Rubin's going to have to be probably a 16.
Where does
that then leave the nectar they've just made a 16?
I think the Quinta Rubin becomes an 18. So, I think it does.
Yeah,
I think they'll get rid of even though the Infinita's great, they're going to have to. They can't leave the Quinta Rubin below the La Santa.
Will they just drop the age from the Infinita and just call it the Infinita?
No, because they've got the Signet.
Yeah, and the Signet Reserve.
The Signet costs a
little
bit more.
And the Extremely Rare.
Yeah, well, the Extremely Rare you can't
Which was the 18 proof.
It is extremely rare now. They don't make it.
Yes.
The Signet is only 20, 30 quid cheaper than the Infinita, if memory serves.
It's similar on price, yeah.
It's not too far apart. You got the fancy. I think I've got the more vibrant box, but you got the fancier bottle.
Yeah, I mean, yours looks more in keeping with the new range.
Yeah.
And the bright colours. Mine looks more like the old range, but I think based on how the box and the design is, it's more of a statement piece.
I would still say if that gets pulled out in front of me, I'm opening it. I don't care. I'm opening it. Why? Because it's there and I want it. In my belly. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next whiskey, which is currently a black screen. Let me fix that. Is that working now? There it is. Right, so that's the 12.
I know.
What?
The white Toyota GT86, and I know the owner actually works for one of the garages.
Okay, so next on the list, this whiskey I bought David as a treat a few years ago. There you go.
Cancels credit cards. For those of you on the screen, yes, Meg is adding those to my Master of Malt basket. I'm going to get an email from Master of Malt. Did you forget 1,400 bottles of Glenmorangie?
Tale of Tokyo is a limited edition release. They do this every so often. Tale of Christmas, Winter, or Tale of Birthday Cake, and Tale of Forest, which I've had. It's rubbish.
It was rubbish until we added water to it.
But it's still rubbish. This I bought David as a January treat, part of it last year, and I gave him the bottle, but it was meant to go in my second. It was meant to go in my second whiskey notebook as the first entry, but we never actually opened it, and Dave forgot to bring it down for the second Glenmorangie stream.
It was supposed to be in Morange-A-Trois, Electric Boogaloo.
No, was it Folie-à-Deux?
Oh, Folie-à-Deux, yeah.
Folie-à-Deux, yeah.
Now we're in Morange-A-Trois.
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 It doesn't like a good Morange-A-Trois. Or Meringue-A-Trois.
It's got a similar bottle design to the 12, hasn't it?
Yes. Well, it's the new design, isn't it?
In terms of the top of it, but obviously the labelling is different, being the...
Yeah, well, it's a Taylor thing, isn't it? It's quite a nice bottle, I will admit. There's a lot to discover. There is anxiety. The 100% is... Hello, the Flaming Turkey. Hope you're well. So I have to lean forward to see that.
Flaming Turkey. Are you well done or extra crispy?
Correct answer only, by the way. If you say the wrong one, you're getting banned. You'll see on the side here, you have Tale of Forest, Tale of Ice Cream. You also have Barrel Select, which I think is a 13. Yeah, 13 cognac cask, yeah.
See, no, but you've got a cognac cask, and it's not that, is it?
No, because they did the Calvados one, didn't they?
Yeah.
The 16, 15, which is one of the...
Is that a cad bowl, or is that not a cad bowl?
15's a cad bowl. 15's a cad bowl. See, batch number 3, because I've got that one, you got batch number 2.
I've got batch number 2, which is a 14.
Yeah. No, it's 15, isn't it?
I thought it was a 14.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I want to do this. Tale of Tokyo, I've waited over a year.
I've got a bit of pop on the second go.
I've waited over a year for this. It's inspired by Japan. Glenmorangie's director of distilling and whiskey creation, Dr. Whoever, decided to create this pretty single malt you've seen before. Glenmorangie's A Tale of Tokyo is the 4th release. Ooh. It is partially aged in Japanese Mizunara oak casks. It's actually a marriage of whiskey aged in both sherry and bourbon barrels, so the Santa, as well as Glenmorangie whiskey aged in the rare Japanese wood. It was all bottled together at 46%. Sports a label and packaging made in collaboration with celebrated Japanese artist Yamaguchi Akira. It's their perspective of the city's contrasts and layers of history and culture that inspired the design. Now notice the tasting notes on this are very Very minimal.
Yes, that's a lot less.
Is there anything on the box, David, of note that you want to include?
I am scanning the box now. Okay. Yes, there's a little info on here.
Okay.
All the places you visited, Tokyo is a favourite of our globe-trotting whiskey creator, Dr. Bill. Every moment in his city contrast calls to his senses as he steps from peaceful garden to bustling street to vibrant city bar. To celebrate the many sides of Tokyo, he matured Glenmorangie in casks made from Japan's sought-after Mizunara oak. Aromas of slowly smoking incense curl round sweet toffee. Bursts of pepper counter bright, bitter cherries. Then fresh orange zest fades to almond flakes and sweet oak in a whiskey as full of contradictions as the city itself. Inspired by our tale, Japanese artist Yamaguchi Akira has hidden a few Dr. Bills in his vibrant illustration of Tokyo. So there's like a "Where's Wally?" but "Where's Bill?" on the box as well.
I don't care where Bill is. I prefer Ted anyway.
So yeah, so we're going to have some.
Which
toffee,
Bill is it?
Pepper,
is it Bill from Glenmorangie or is it Bill Cosby?
So yeah, all sorts of things.
Okay. All right. Well, I've been waiting over a year for this. Oh yeah, I should probably reach forward for it.
You should probably actually pick it up. Yeah.
I put it down because I smelt it and I was actually a bit annoyed. There's a smell there I don't like. I think it is a woody smell, which is referenced in the nose.
That's incense, isn't it?
I don't like it. Okay. Well, this could be interesting. Hopefully the taste lives up to it because I've been waiting over a year for this one. Where you are wrong. Femshep is the best shep. The hell's he? Oh, okay. They're talking about some game thing, aren't they? Oh, Femshep or Broshep. They're talking about missions for games, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still about.
What are you doing, David?
I am.
Oh, Mizunara. Okay, read this to everyone in the chat then, at least.
See if it actually makes any information that's useful. So basically, I'm just wondering if it's the actual wood and it's the Mizunara element that Meg is smelling that he's not liking.
Go on then. There's no harm reading it out for the chat at least, because otherwise it's dead silence, isn't it?
Apparently Mizunara, Smith's out the notes. So
go on.
Smells like a joiner's workshop with whiff of smoke from char.
Okay.
I think that's not so much about the whiskey as just where he is. Knows every empty cask. So they knows every empty cask full of whiskies go near it. What is Mizunara? It's Japanese oak, rarest, most expensive oaks in the world. Associated with luxury spirits.
Nothing then really is there.
About why is it difficult to work with? Because it's just awkward. It doesn't bend very well and it doesn't soak in. Oh, sorry, it's very porous. It doesn't actually. It loses all the spirit because it all absorbs it basically.
The angel share is quite high then. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to find what it's actually supposed to do.
Don't worry about it. Shall we just get into this? It's right in front of us. The best way to find out is by trying, yeah?
Mizunara, I've literally just found it. Mizunara has the lowest tannin of any oak species used to make casks. It is also much richer in vanilla-flavoured compound, so prized in wood-aged spirits. It imparts complex and distinctive aromas of sandalwood, tonka bean, well, it's a truck, and Kyara incense.
Don't care. Should we just try this?
Also nuts and marzipan.
Okay, I'm going to drink this without you. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers, or whatever they say in Japan.
I don't know. Blade cross belly.
Someone Google food.
Sudoku, everyone.
Sudoku. It's definitely woody.
Very woody. Very woody. There's a sweetness there. It says here on the nose, sandalwood, incense, dried cherries, vanilla, star anise, and that trademark Glenmorangie tangy orange note. The palate, a silky palate, reveals more notes of citrus alongside marzipan, fennel, dried fruit, white pepper, toffee, apple, and a little cinnamon roll. Finish, mandarin and toasted almonds. Well, I'm getting length on the finish.
Yeah. It's definitely a nice, long, smooth finish.
Yeah. I don't really get almonds kampai.
Kampai. Yes, of course it is. Kampai, yes.
Well, I'm assuming you're a weeb, based on your name being otaku. Go figure. That's not meant to be derogatory or a slur. I'm sure people knew this anyway. I don't. I guess Kampai, yes. Clink.
Kampai.
Go in for a second one. Wasn't worth the wait, but it's nice. I'm not unimpressed. There's a distillery making whiskey where I live. Did you ever visit one? We visit the English twice. I would like to go to more. The issue for me is I live in Kent, nowhere near any, really, to be honest. There's not much going on where I am.
No.
All of the good ones are like a day or two away from me. If I have to take a weekend off to go to them, and then I have to make sure he's not working so he can join me because I need someone to hold my hand.
Which apparently I don't do a very good job based on the experience in the shop today.
Don't know what you're talking about. You work in one? Yeah.
Hello.
How are you?
Yo.
Well, hang on. Shumbunkins.
I know some people that do some whiskey streams.
Shumbunkins. Was it you yesterday, because I've forgotten, who messaged me about the Storning? Was that you? Because if that was, please confirm. I'd like more info. It doesn't bother me none. I have no shame being an anime weeb. Nothing wrong with that in the slightest. I'm just not one of you people.
No.
I'm kidding. I just don't watch anime. Simple as that. I'm not into it. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on this whiskey, David?
Okay, so
it was you, Shumbunkins. Ha!
You'll be pleased to know that we, by which I mean Meg, had plenty of Storning samples in the whiskey shop today.
I will happily try more.
But yes, I was driving, so therefore I didn't have any whiskey samples.
I had a lot. So, it was a great day. Although, but annoyingly, I've gotten to that stage of the day because I had so many samples, but I'm not as impressed. I'm really looking forward to the ice cream one, though. So I'm not. That's the one I'm waiting for. I was waiting for this one because I'm so excited. To try it. It's not bad. I'm just like, I don't like the woody flavour that much in this one.
So I will admit, the very first taste, I was like, but actually having a couple of sips, it's growing on me.
You need a few to get.
Yeah, I can see what they're saying about the complexity, and obviously it definitely has been influenced and got that Mizunara element.
Tannins. We need to let them out.
Yeah, it hasn't got enough tannins.
Yeah,
really.
Freaking tannins. We need to let it just breathe for a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Great.
Maybe we need to breathe.
Yeah.
Right. No. The smells, okay, I will say, the smell initially kind of repulsed me a little. Time's gone by. It's still not my favourite smell, but it's not as bad to me.
It doesn't smell much like a whiskey. I get what there's like sandalwood, the incense and stuff. It does smell more like a fragrance. Like I could almost imagine an aftershave smelling something like that.
Not maybe a shower gel, maybe sandalwood shower gel.
Actually, I do have a sandalwood shower gel. I think.
There you go. Go and get it and smell it. No. Send you some special ones. Oh, thank you, Shumbunkins.
You are amazing.
You say special ones. Does that mean David can have one as well?
I mean, I'm sure we can share, but yeah.
No. Because if they say no, I'm not sharing. If you tell me I have to share with David, I'll share it with David. Of course. If you say no, fuck you, David.
But of course, bear in mind that this could lead to a stream that may or may not reference heavily on Storning if samples were received.
Yes, absolutely.
It could be a theme.
We do have a couple of samples as well. I think we have one.
You got one.
I got one. Yeah, the rye. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed the other one because they still have that, but you got the rye.
Oh yeah, they have a shop exclusive as well. Yeah. I did like the rye. I will admit that was nice. I wouldn't mind getting a bottle of that at some point. Thinking about 3 different. Oh well, that's okay. He can have one of them.
And 3 is certainly enough for another sample to do a stream.
Yeah. Well, do keep us posted on that because email me, and honestly, we're very excited. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's very.
We will happily do a Storning stream just because of it.
Yes.
Happily.
We have had one stream with a form of sponsorship so far, which was Narrowboat Wobbly and their cheese.
So indeed, we can actually say that if that happened, we could perhaps, if I'm in Norwich, do it with the guy in the whiskey shop, Chris, in the whiskey shop.
Yes. He has said he is happy for us to use the venue.
Yeah, and if we get him there with the Storning they have, and ones you are so kind to send, we will happily do that.
Yes, because he actually said they had a Storning rep in a few days ago who brought a couple of things up and some different ones. So, so yeah, they have some things that could be of interest. It
could be very interesting. Well, all of it very interesting because it's different.
Yes, we'll definitely have to have me not driving that night. Otherwise, we're all going to end up crashing on Chris's couch.
Top and tail? Bit lock in the middle? Yeah. I'll stop you falling off, don't you worry, buddy. Real firm grip. Feet stuff.
It's all right, she's not here. We can go on saying that.
All the feet stuff.
Feet stuff.
Oh, she's out at the moment, isn't she? She's not back yet.
No.
Because I
at work or having a life?
No, she's out.
Oh, out. Ooh.
Out.
Out.
I had to use, for those who don't know, because I forgot all the images for the stream, I had to DM Leona and ask if she had anything, or if she had the intro, which we didn't play. No. That's my fault. I'll put them on a memory card for the future, and we will have those next time we're here. Which I'm not here till January at this point, because I have no reason to come up anymore. I can't justify it. So we're going to try and do some rate. We've got some sample sets of things. Yeah. We'll work it out.
It is now possible for me to go back down as well. So
enough time has passed for things to settle for you and things over there and all that. Yes. But it should be interesting. Hopefully the Marbury Bar will be opened again. Maybe we'll get my dad on one day if he's listening.
Yeah.
Don't forget to send David a heron if he hasn't already. Has he sent you a heron?
I don't know. I'm not looking at my notifications because I know what Yempi, your dad, my friend who you met
my neighbours,
you were driving with the other day, your neighbours. Anyone who knows me is likely to do at this point, which is send me a fucking heron.
Everyone, even people at work now.
Yes, people at work know about the heron thing as well because I got a heron at work and they were like, "Why have you got a heron?" And I was like, "They're trying to make me drink."
Yes, yes. If you were going to rate Tale of Tokyo, before we, have you ever, however you like, I really just want you to see some of my favourites. I really look forward to that. Do email me to let me know.
Don't give us options. We're not good at deciding.
I'm very good at deciding. The answer is yes. But do let me know when things are in motion and via email, and I'll be sure to reply because obviously generosity and kindness. It's very rude of me to not reply, so I will. Where would you rate this whiskey compared to the 12 and the triple cask, not the 10? Because I'm still in that really, I'm not as impressed with it.
So
I like it. I'm not as whelmed, you know?
It's not quite got the smoothness of...
I want to say je ne sais quoi. It's lacking a little je ne sais quoi.
It's not quite got the smoothness of a lot of the traditional Japanese whiskies. I mean, I'm thinking like the Yamazaki that has Mizunara. But for the fact that it does actually make me think of a Japanese whiskey, I actually quite like it. I'm not saying, but I'm going to clarify that I quite like it as a whiskey. I'm not sure I like it as a Glenmorangie.
Yeah, so I don't like it as a Glenmorangie at all.
It seems to have moved a bit away from what they are.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it is a very interesting limited edition. Another one of those like Tale of the Forest. Maybe it needs water.
I can water if you'd like to water.
Yeah, I'll water. I'll do it. It's fine. I'll add a couple drops.
I don't have a pipette on.
Don't need a pipette. See. Right. I've added a little water to mine because when we tried a Tale of the Forest, which I bought, we thought it was crap. Then we added water to it, and it was actually really good. But if water saves it for me, then to me it's not a drink worth having. Yeah, trying pretty sure is not a hard barrier. Indeed, that's the case, Chris. Though it's not overly hard barrier, but finding it possible to drink is apparently another issue.
I only like you as a friend. Yeah, but that was the thing. We did the stream, and then I tried that after we'd finished the stream, didn't I? Because we were like, this can't be this much money. It can't be this hyped and be this bad. Oh, hello. Okay, that must be good if you're putting water in my whiskey, because but we did that, and it was like, whoa, hang on, didn't we, with the forest?
That's interesting. Yeah, that annoys me. I don't like that. That annoys me because it's now better. It tastes better with water. That's another tale of tastes better when you have to add water. To me, that's better with water in it.
So that's Forest and Tokyo.
Oh, please don't ruin the ice cream.
I'm now not looking keenly at ice cream going, if we have to add water to ice cream.
Oh, no. No, because that's the poor man's ice cream. What are you doing, bulking your ice cream out? I want ice cream now. Do we have any? Oh.
No, sorry.
Mate, do you have any sorbet?
No.
Yogurts?
We can have ice cream tomorrow. The Indian restaurant does ice cream.
That'd be nice.
That's coffee. We can have some nice coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
You make it sound like in New
I have
Jersey.
Coffee, but
you sound like New Jersey.
I have
coffee,
but
coffee.
no, coffee.
Isn't adding ice technically? It is, but I don't add ice or water to my drinks usually.
No.
But we have discovered with the Glenmorangie Tale of series, water seems to unlock something, and I don't like that because it annoys me that it requires an addition to make it. I like whiskey on its own. I've never been a fan of adding things to it.
Unfortunately, we haven't had all of the ones they do.
Birthday cake is
all of the ones we've had.
Tale of Winter?
Whiskey.
You did Tale of Winter?
I don't know.
It did birthday cake.
They did, yeah. They weren't called Tale of, but they were the same. I think they were basically the same series.
Yeah.
So that's what transitioned into Tale of. Yeah, there was
birthday cake.
There was cake. There was winter.
Winter, yeah.
Obviously, Forest, Tokyo, ice cream.
There might have been others. I can't remember.
I think there was one other one, but I can't remember what it was.
It was the Tale of Vaginas.
No, unless X was the first, because X was the mixed one. I think that might have been the first one, because that then they did cake.
You still got that in America. Yeah. I was going to try and find a sample of it.
It was in the Owner's photo.
I was going to try and find a sample and bring it here for us. Couldn't find it anywhere.
No,
and I was like,
cake is horrendously.
For those who don't know, Glenmorangie XX was introduced as a prelude, prequel to the 10, and it's actually the original triple cask reserve, but apparently it's so bad they didn't continue it for long. It's a mixer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are other mixers that exist that people would prefer. Like, if you want a mixer, buy a monkey shoulder. Why? Because it's got 3 monkeys on the bottle. Yeah. Like, that's way cooler than buying a bottle of Glenmorangie with 2 really, really shiny X's on. Like, no, or shiny X. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. Oh, no, XX is Glenfiddich.
XX is Glenfiddich.
Yeah.
X is Glenmorangie.
X is Glenmorangie, yeah. If you want the drink to be a little bit more chilly, do you use any of those rocks? Yes. I have bullets.
I have bullets.
And I also have whiskey stones. I have loads. I glued loads of them together and made coasters out of them using 9
He
whiskey
did.
stones.
He had so many.
I used whiskey stones. You got the bullets out?
I've got the bullets. For those of you on the Discord server, I am posting a photo in the bar of the whiskey bullets.
Lemon sorbet would be great right now. But sadly, we haven't got any because David doesn't love me enough.
I said that we needed to go to Tesco's to get anything.
And I said banana hammock. Anyway.
Princess Consuela.
Indeed. Glenmorangie XX. It's basically Glenmorangie XX is Bonnie Blue's Glenmorangie. It's what she now uses to collect donations. Now she's been yeeted off OF. That got the stream demonetized, by the way.
Oh.
No, we'll be demonetized if I've mentioned OF, won't I?
That's true, yeah.
I don't want to finish this. I'm not actually impressed with it enough. I'm really not. Sorry, but I'm not impressed enough.
I think you may have put slightly too much water in, possibly. It's a bit watery now, but I can see what you mean by the flavour has changed. I can drink it. It's all right, but
I just didn't like it.
A little less water
it's because you had less whiskey. I just didn't enjoy it, to be honest, and I'm really not impressed.
It's not as... I don't know. See, it is... That was you.
That was me, yeah.
It's good in a way.
Yeah.
But not in the way we want it to be. I mean, the wood element does show that what they've done by making it with the Mizunara, the influence of the Japanese whiskey, they've done, because it is very influenced by the oak.
Yeah.
But I think that's taken it away from what you'd think of a Glenmorangie. But equally, I suppose that might be a good thing, because it's not meant to be standard, it's meant to be experimental.
Yeah, you might have a point. Hi, Leona. Hope you're well.
Evening, Leona.
M-word. Can't say it yet. You have to wait for a super chat. You have to wait for a super chat. There's a new super chat goal, by the way, guys. It could be as low as 99 pence, and David will say the dreaded M word. You're welcome. Anyway, are you watering up?
She doesn't like it when I say it.
She doesn't. It's nails on a chalkboard, like my voice. We are at the hour and a half mark, so we do have 2 more whiskies left and a bit more time.
Is it Agwood?
We can insert another little story time in here if you like. I'll ask a question. What is the one whiskey you've gotten the most rat-arsed on?
Hang on, oh no, the angry midget is here.
Careful.
Yeah, well, she'd definitely be angry now, Crispin, after that welcome.
Hi, Leona.
Hi, Leona.
We hope you're well. Don't worry. It's been the last time you hear our voices, according to everyone in the group chat thinking I can't drive, yet I drove best last year. David did the worst, next to his friend. What is the one whiskey?
Does Talisker 10 count when it came after all of the other things we had that night?
That was second on the list. It was Mediterranean Orange first.
True.
So Talisker 10 was in it. No, like the one you've done the most damage with over the years. What is it? Like, what story do you have in your head from a whiskey that on its own did the most damage to you? Banger Bry. Well done. You are honestly a legend, mate. David, away you go.
Oh, moist.
Glorious.
Moist.
Oh, nice.
So,
well, I mean, it's going to be the Jack Daniels, isn't it?
Oh, the 1 litre thing.
That was the most damage.
Well, there are people who in the chat who don't know this. So do you want to tell everyone what happened?
So we went to my friend's stag do.
Third wheel. You are.
Yeah, Meg was third wheeling.
Yeah.
9th wheeling, 10th, something.
I was 8th, thank you.
Yeah, so we went to the stag do. We did go-karting and things. We had a lodge that we were all staying in for the evening, and he had been given a bottle of Jack Daniels by his
1 litre, yeah.
fiancée, 1 litre bottle of Jack Daniels, which she didn't really want to come home.
Which we both said,
So
challenge
we took that.
accepted.
Yes. So we, opened it, started drinking. Everyone had a small amount. Some people had a measure. Some people had a little bit. Some people had a thing in Coke. But that left most of the bottle.
Oh
left.
Yeah, a resounding majority of that bottle. They
so,
barely cleared the neck.
Yeah. So we were like, well, okay then. I guess it's just us then.
Oh yeah, they're all sat there chatting away awkwardly, and we're pouring drinks and having beers and ciders and carrying on with the freaking Jack Daniels. The bottle was done.
Yeah. So
I was done.
We were done. The bottle was done. And I was quite thirsty at that point, and there was Coke on the table. So I rather stupidly went, I need something to drink. I'll have some Coke. Mister.
You'd have been better off doing a line of Coke. For all the good that did you, because then I forfeited my bed, slept on a couch, didn't sleep at all, ate loads of food at a buffet, and then played golf and lied my score to 3rd place. Not that anyone noticed.
Yeah, that was probably the
I was so
worst.
hungover,
Other than the downing of the champagne, that is probably the worst I've been on alcohol.
I was whiskey in that instance,
yeah,
but
whiskey,
although Jack Daniels is not whiskey, we'll agree.
Yeah.
It's certainly one of the worst ones he's done.
But certainly it was the Coke that made. I don't know that I'd had as much problem if I hadn't had the Coke.
I think, yeah, possibly.
Because
at least the rooms were very warm. I at least would have had a bed that night.
Yeah,
I think that would have been nice. I would love to go back there though, because that was lovely. That would be a nice little weekend away, wouldn't it? What are we going to do? Nothing. So drink, yeah? Cool. What are we drinking?
Yeah, because actually there wasn't a TV, was there?
No, there was, but we didn't have access to it.
Oh, no, yeah.
We didn't have access to the kitchen either.
But we had access to the wine fridge.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
There was a bottle fridge that was open. We had access to that.
But it was a lovely place with a little golf course and all that. The worst one, for me, would have been any time I was at university. So it would have been I'd say my 22nd, because I drank so much at the bar. My housemate joined me. She joined, not housemate, she was a friend, pretending to be something she wasn't, although dating a guy that hated me at the time. Drank so much at the bar. I left the bar. I don't know who was with me at the time. Were you there then?
Was that the one where you had all the different aftershocks? The different colour stuff, and it was all poured in a pint?
I don't remember.
If it was, then yes, I was there.
I remember going back. I remember someone going to get me peas because I got bull punched.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, he was there. Right.
Oh no, that was because that was when we went back to your house, and then there was you got punched in the balls by the Italian.
That was my 22nd birthday.
Yeah, the Italian hippie.
I went to the bar with 2 of my housemates, or 3 of them, all 3 probably, and a friend, and they just gave me shots after shots after shots. And then I bumped into two of my old housemates who were at my 21st birthday. And they're asking how I was. I'm like, I've got a bloody clue. And then the friend I went with threw up and created what was thusly dubbed the monument. Because she threw up on the grass. And for years, no grass grew on that spot. And it would legitimately never grew.
A dead zone.
They must have dug that up one day and just gone, we'll put some fresh soil there. This is too acidic.
Yeah.
You know. And they went back to my house, and the optic was being poured into people's eyes or something.
That was the same one that did the monument.
Yeah.
She tried to drink. I can't remember what was in the
Jameson.
optic.
It was Jameson.
But she was trying to drink it from the optic and poured it in her eye.
Yep. I got more drinks at the house. I had Jameson, obviously.
Yeah.
I was absolutely compromised. And I was stood by the radiator, and for no reason,
literally no reason,
she just turned around, smiled, and went and said something, and just bang.
I think she said birthday beats, and then punched you in the nads.
And I was like, I don't know if this hurts or not. It feels like you put your foot in your mum's bathwater. If I move, something's wrong. And I went, oh no. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. And then all I heard in the background was man down, man down.
Yeah, that was your housemate. Yeah. I went to get the frozen peas, and then someone decided to shoot you with a Nerf gun.
Fam.
It was your other housemate.
Yeah, I know it was, dickhead. I remember going to bed, and then as I was laying in bed, the friend was staying. She slept on a mattress on the floor. Because you all put us to bed. All right then, fair enough. And she started telling me about her sex life. I don't give a crap about your... Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut up. I don't care. I'm too tired. You assholes. Is the chat dead or have we killed it?
I think it's dead on there because it's working on mine.
We just... Oh, I think it's actually died here, look. I'm going to go back to the browser for a second, just restore the chat.
All right. Let's say I've got the MP saying that I'm creepy.
Yeah, chat's dead on my end.
Saying it's always there and it gets the hell. The owner vomiting. Rebel stares. I did not hate that as much as I thought I'd hate it. And
right.
Snuckles has put a whatever emoji that is.
Are we still live?
It says so on my one.
Because that's buffering here, and this is not restoring.
I mean, we still have internet.
Okay, ignore it. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, we're going to carry on.
That has frozen on the time, though. That time isn't going up.
Guys, are we still here? David, are we still live?
Dead chat. Someone's just put dead chat. Wait, ain't dead. Just do it.
Are we
killed chat? So, yes, it looks like we're still here because they're still responding to us.
Okay, right. Okay.
So if I call Yempi an annoying German, she'll get angry, and we'll know that it's like...
No, it's fine. I'm just going to switch to my phone, guys, because the chat on the laptop isn't working as well. His laptop, being quite nice, is failing us.
Yes, Rebel says we are live.
We're going to move on to the next whiskey. The next whiskey is Glenmorangie, A Tale of Ice Cream. Now, I am looking forward to this one. It had better not be rubbish. This costs slightly... less at normal price, less normally than the Tale of Tokyo. I'm hoping it's better.
I don't want to worry you, but the reviews look worse. According to that,
it's 2 reviews.
There's only 1 for the other one.
Not very good. Oh no.
There's only 1 on the other one. It's the lowest score for an average.
Tale of Forest has no reviews. So let's hope and pray. We're not complete. Where's the German hate come from? Oh, it's not German hate.
We're British.
No, it's not that. It's not that. No, basically, Tempe in the chat is German, and she likes to wind us up, so we do it to her. Yeah. It's tit for tat, basically.
But my point worked because she sighed, therefore I know that we're live because she's responded to the trigger.
I'm glad you can all hear us still, by the way, because because we don't want the stream to be killed before we even get to the ones that we're looking forward to the most, and we are looking forward to this. We really are.
I'm waving bottle at Meg for sniffing.
I can smell vanilla.
But yes, YouTube thinks we're doing weird things on our end.
The chat's dead. It's on there, so I'm going to get rid of it. It smells very vanilla. It smells very vanilla. Yes. I'm looking forward to that. Is there anything on the box, David, of interest that you'd like to share with the chat?
It's non-chill filtered.
Obviously.
Yes, so from our director of whiskey creation, Dr. Bill, and his sweet tooth.
Dr. Bill?
Ice cream is the one indulgence he cannot resist.
Good man.
Captivated by the elegant pleasures of his favourite ice cream parlour, he imagined a whiskey piled high with decadence and lavish swirls of flavour.
I'm so glad he didn't say like cookie dough Ben and Jerry's or something, because that's not really ice cream anymore, is it?
With an ice cream menu in his mind, he aged Glenmorangie in high vanillin and bourbon casks to bring our whiskey's richest, creamiest side to its tantalising best. It's fine, Crispo. I want to try it as well.
Yeah,
but thank you for the
none of these
public safety warning.
Yeah, none of these bottles belong to me. None of them do. They're all mine. They're all David's, which is why we're doing this stream here. I didn't have to bring any whiskey with me, but I'll be going home with some. Because Bunnahaven, good time. And I bought something else, didn't I?
Yes.
Glen Scotia Victoriana.
Glen Scotia, and you acquired it, yes.
A liqueur as well. Yeah, a little liqueur.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. Go on.
Right. To bring our whiskey's richest, creamiest side to its tantalising best, one sip of his creation is like sinking your spoon into carousel of flavour.
Carousel. Oh, thank you. Carousel, not kerosene.
Peach melba melts into honeycomb. Lemon sorbet trickles through brioche layers.
Don't bother with that. We've got the. Don't spoil that. We've got tasting notes here. I want to save that. Let's dive in. Let's get this whiskey. This one I'm looking forward to more than anything. If it's a letdown, I'm going to be really irritated because Glenmorangie is a nice whiskey. If they cock this up, I'm going to be quite upset.
Right, I'm going to pour this with this hand this time because I'm apparently failing with the left hand.
Okay, cool. Can you pour with that hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was failing with the left hand.
While David's pouring the drinks, what have all you wonderful, resplendent, delicious, and yempy people been up to today? We have, I was travelling up here. Agent Earth got to play chess. Beat Magnus Carlsen, of course. We went around the shops and bought some Nintendo Switch games for David, and that's about it, actually. Got some lunch and chilled out. Yeah, it's been nice. We haven't actually chilled out here much.
Several hours more than we intended in the whiskey shop.
It was 4 in the end, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a few hours. It was quite a lot, but it was a good time. What?
Crispo just deleting the MP's message.
Was that what that was? I did wonder. I saw it vanish from the corner of my eye.
He started on about the Bundesliga, and Crispo's just like, nope.
Don't worry about the Bundesliga. No foul.
9. Keine Deutsch.
I only know one word. Scheiße. I can count to 10. I know some words to German, like Rammstein songs, and that's it. And I'm not going to say the line that really offends them. Don't do it.
The national anthem.
I'm not doing the Uber thing with you. I'm not doing that because I know it's offensive. I'm not doing that.
Guten Abend, MP. Wie geht's?
Scheiße.
Right. So, Tale of Ice Cream.
Reaches for glass with a Skeggs logo on. So, where's the
Meg asked for nosing glasses, so I got the.
It says here, a burst of Manuka honey with lemon butter candy, baking raisin bread, candied orange peel, peaches, toffee, and a hint of spice. With a splash of water, there is vanilla creme anglaise, a hint of coconut, and a whiff of almond marzipan.
A whiff or a whiff-waff?
Whiff-waff. That's ping pong, is it not?
Should I be worried? Yes. Should I be worried that they're already saying it needs a touch of water?
Yeah, because I can't smell as much. It smells in that ballpark of Tokyo again.
Definitely not as woody.
I'm mad. Indeed. May I'll have a lovely... Oh, thanks for being here, Shumbunkins, if you're going.
Yeah, gute Nacht. But yes, thank you very much for your kind offer of sending us some whiskey. That is definitely very kind of you. And yes, liaise with Meg and he will...
It shall be consumed.
Yes.
Once it arrives, of course. And passes deep and thorough inspections. Bottle-licking Schalke-Metz.
Yes. Earth will be have to inspect it for safety.
Okay.
And
is it weird that I can get a different smell when I change the angle of the glass?
Possibly.
Like, if I do it here, at the bottom of the glass, sharp, softer.
Yeah.
Is that weird? How is that? I don't understand. It's sharp, the scent is sharper, and I'm not angling the glass that much either.
That's very odd.
Okay. never done that before. That just caught me off guard. If anyone hears random breathing in a glass, by the way, we learnt this from a guy in January called David, and you blow into it to get some of the spirit off it. And it does help, but some of these whiskies are far too complicated. Shall we have a little sippy sip of this?
I'll tell you what, though, if you get your nose right in, it does actually hit a bit harder.
Fam, my nose is nowhere near as big as yours, bitch. What's the German for cheers, Yampi? Whatever.
Something
Scheiße.
aggressive, probably.
Scheiße.
It's German, it'll be aggressive. Not as aggressive as Russian, but yeah.
Like Krankenhaus and Krankenwagen and freaking Flugzug. Flugzug. What's cheers? Flugzug. Those fucking words, man. Those words are so good. Dave had his mouth full. It was good. Prost. Is it Prost? Prost. Prost.
Breathe.
Can you imagine that in a It's such a funny video as well. If people don't know, it's a meme video of different languages saying the same word. And David had a friend over, and when I last saw him here, he was staying at theirs, and she hadn't seen the video because she works in Germany now, and she didn't know this video existed. And I think you played it for her, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did she think?
She was laughing.
Oh, good. Well, she had a good sense of humour when I met her.
Yeah. It was more German than she knew as well.
Is cheers in German is... What is that word? What is that word? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I do, and don't say it.
Okay.
It's so you know we have the RAF.
Yeah.
Yeah, the German version.
Okay. Can I just say Flugzug?
Yeah, basically.
Flugzug. I don't know if I get it properly, but yeah, I know it's not that. You can try Polish. I do actually know the Polish one as well. I used to work with Polish guys, and it was such a.
I can't remember what the Russian one is. I probably was. I
German,
would have been taught it at one point. We went to Russia and we were drinking. They were giving us vodka in the hotel. We'd have been told.
Have another sip, by the way, because I know you choked on the first one.
Yeah, I'm just.
Tell me what you think.
I'm just concerned that's going to give me hiccups from trying to.
I feel like I'm going to have to add water to this. It's nice. It's better to me than the Tokyo one, but I'm not getting as much of the ice cream as I was hoping to get. So I feel like I'm going to have to add water.
Yeah, it's definitely more mellow than the Tokyo. It has got a... It's got a delicateness to the flavour that kind of does give that kind of... Some of those fruity, ice cream fruitiness sort of vibes.
Well, I'll administer the test. All right. I have applied a whittle of water. My glass has been defiled with agua. Well, Flugzug. And if it does offend anyone, I just want to say I don't mean to. I literally don't speak any German. I've just seen daft things in videos, and it always made me laugh. It's the way the person says it. It makes it even funnier.
See, we know the Norwegian Crispo thanks to Brothers of Metal, because they teach us that at every gig.
It's got skull.
Skull.
Yeah. The water didn't change it, David. The water didn't change the flavour at all.
Interesting.
I don't think it did.
I feel like you want us to read that out, Yempi, therefore I'm not going to, specifically because I suspect you put something that shouldn't be read out.
I see tit. I mean, we are tits half the time. But
yeah.
That's just behaviour. We can't help ourselves because we're morons. I'd like this more than the Tokyo, but I'm still not as impressed. But I do think that this might be where this whiskey now, the Tokyo and maybe the ice cream, enter a territory of what Glenmorangie isn't. That is the sipping whiskey.
Yeah. This one, I think...
It's trying to edge itself into the area of, oh, look, a wonderful glass. Let's have a nice little ram.
I think that one's trying to push itself into
Tokyo,
the pretentious higher end market with the Mizunara, because it's trying to be, we're using the world's rarest, hardest to work with, most expensive oak. Look at us, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We are fancy, posh Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
That's quite up there, by the
What?
I think that's caught up. This image was delayed on the thing as well.
Yay!
And this is, I think, just that one hasn't though.
We got this though. We got the chat back at least.
That's work. That's update on time, but
don't worry about that. We've got our chat back ish. Well, it's
but I think the ice cream is sort of a case of. I think they're trying to be like, look what we can do with the flavour. It's not necessarily anything massively high-end fancy, but look, we can make it taste like all these interesting things.
Yes, I agree. I still think it's quite nice. I probably would rate this above, but it's definitely not what I want out of a Morange-A. I don't want to be sit here. It's not an overly complicated whiskey.
No.
And I think with their older ones, they're the ones where they get that territory. This is nice, but I don't think it's worth the price tag. I really don't think it is. I don't think it falls into that ballpark at all. I think it's pushing its luck.
Yeah, because I mean, £70 area.
Yeah, Taylor Forest for that, and that's so expensive.
But I mean, what are you fighting against when you're at that kind of price point? I mean, you're up against like a Dalmore 12. I mean, Macallan's are in that kind of price range.
Macallan 12s are roughly in that area. Yeah.
You've got.
You have a lot.
Singleton 15.
18.
18. Bushmills.
Yeah, Bushmills 16 is a bit more expensive, but yeah, it's in that territory.
So I mean, you're getting into some really good quality whiskies at that price point. It's definitely an old one.
You got your Loch Lomond 16, haven't you, in that ballpark, isn't it?
It was a bit more than that one.
No, it's not too far from the 70, is it?
But I mean, you're talking about it's competing with like Distillers Reserve Japanese whiskies, Hibiki Harmony. See, and stuff
you're
looking.
Well. You look the wrong way. You should go straight to the right and go. But Penderyn exists.
Well, yeah, true. Penderyn, Rich Oak.
Well, any Penderyn really.
Myth. Oh, they're the cheaper.
Any Penderyn, because that's just so. You need to. Some distilleries need to know where they belong, and not try and be too. But then, if you have the reserves, don't get too cocky with what you're trying.
Glenmorangie rebranding into ice cream business failed miserably. Back to XX.
Yes. Back to being the savings pot for Bonnie Blue's now new career as, whatever platform she goes to, shill.
Yeah.
Line up the 2001 pump chumps. Paying her a penny a time. She makes 20 quid on that. Well done.
Yeah. Be the views that I guess make her the money. Although God knows why.
Passed around more than a joint in a prison.
Anyway.
Used more than a Playboy advent calendar in the 70s. So, where would you rate this over the others so far?
So, I would say ignoring the 10, because obviously we aren't actually.
You can't include that. It's not in the. Yeah.
This is probably the nicest of all of them as a overall balance of whiskey.
Is it worth a good Flugzug?
Yeah, I'd let it have a cork.
Okay, then give it a good Flugzug then. Send it. Was that Heron? You're right, Heron. Send it.
That could be a Flugzug. Yempi, I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. What is the German for heron?
The bird with the long legs, you know. What is the German for that word? That bird. Is the bird as the word?
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Have you?
That's quite interesting.
It's a good shot. But again, for that price, I'm not paying that much for a shot.
No.
That price point, you shouldn't be shooting it. I did shoot that and the 12. I didn't think they deserved it, really. The 12 didn't work for me. Reha? Reha?
Reha. Yeah. I suppose it might depend on whether it's a Daddy or Das beforehand.
Kranich. Well, we're learning, guys. We know nothing of anything, so this is all very interesting. Are you happy with them having these whiskies, though, just out of curiosity, in your collection?
I mean, yeah, they're quite cool to have. And they do offer something a little bit different. Well, the ice cream does. The Tokyo does kind of merge itself a bit with just Japanese whiskey more generally.
The Morange Tokyo one murders itself. That's not merges. It murders itself.
I mean,
completely different word, buddy.
To be fair, the triple cask is probably everyday decanter worthy go on the table once I
that's
finish the
just drink.
Penderyn.
That's just the drinker. And then when if you got a 12, put that in there instead.
Yeah.
Don't buy it for a collection piece because it's not worth it. The triple cask, you need to recycle that cork and put it on a different bottle because it's a complete waste of cork.
On the other 10 if it's
different shape though, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
Different shape. I had this issue before. They're not the same. Okay, well, we've got one whiskey left. Shall we dive into
the big guns, as it were?
Well, potentially the big guns. Also, equally possibly, the biggest letdown of the evening. We're not entirely sure yet. We don't know because we've never tried it. But this one is an old design, so you would hope it would be an old Morange-A, like a standard, really good, just good, solid Morange-A. Sorry, Marangu.
Marangu.
If only we had some with ice cream. That'd be great.
I know a shop on Monday when we...
You know a shop that does the meringue, but do you know a place that does it with ice cream? Or cream? Oh.
No, but I'm pretty sure there's a place that does Ben & Jerry's in Chapel.
Can I cream my meringue?
Or whatever it's called, Into, or whatever it's called.
Can I cream my meringue? Goo. So, do you want to tell everyone what this is?
It's heavy. It's a litre bottle, so it's a big one. So this is one of the 2 bottles I got in the duty free at Heathrow when I went to America last year. It's one I'd actually seen a while ago that they did. I was quite interested by it, because it was a 16-year-old Glenmorangie. Sounded quite cool. So I acquired it. There was a lot of things to choose from, as Meg will know from all the pictures I sent him of random whiskey.
You did, because we discussed this. You were looking at a Bunnahabhain as well.
Yeah, there was a port cask Bunnahabhain that was there. So
you did not get it because I would have told you off. You're not allowed it. It's mine.
But on the back of the box, we have the following. A spirit created in celebration of the lightly peated whiskey of our past.
You piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Tell me more. I'm listening.
Distilled in Scotland's tallest stills, brings a touch of smoke, then aged in bourbon casks for smoothness.
Hi, Xylee.
And married with our signature spirit to create creamy vanilla and zesty citrus notes, exclusively for the traveller's delight.
Oh.
I won't read the rest because that's the tasting notes, which we'll come to. But yeah, so it's a lightly peated Glenmorangie. Now that's interesting because can you name for me a peated Glenmorangie?
I meant to, aren't I? Hang on.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
They don't do peated ones.
No.
No. The nearest they come to earthy flavours was Taylor Forest, and that was too floral.
Yeah.
Overwhelmingly floral.
So that was the reason I saw it. I was like, peated, you say? Hello.
How are you?
Yes. So
do we swill the glass and throw it away first? I'll aim for the plug sockets, really short things.
Let me find you something about 5 times the price to do that with, because apparently that's what you do.
You're opening the signet.
Thickness.
Sweet. I can't wait to throw that at some peasant outside. So do you want to describe this bottle, please?
It's,
resplendent,
nice,
you're right.
Old-fashioned, big Glenmorangie, blue label.
Yep.
Looks the part.
It looks like a Glenmorangie.
Yeah. None of this stupid namby-pamby wording over 4 lines nonsense.
Notices that David's got a Taylor Tokyo tail of ice cream, and you've got the triple cask, but don't you have another one that's modern as well? Or was it just the tails?
No, because the Cad Bowl is old. It's just the...
Well, while you're there, how old is the Cad Bowl again? It's 15, isn't it?
It is 15, yeah. Apologies.
Okay, cool. I was
right.
Why
have I got my calendar in between the Glenmorangie?
Can you do me a favour and just say I was right? Because that'd be great.
Yeah, Meg was right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I've got Quinta Rubin, Glenmorangie, the Cad Bowl, the Nectar d'Or, the Tribute. So I've got a 14, a 15, and a 16 in the old style bottlings, as well as obviously the 10
Yeah, so
and
people
the
on
12.
stream, you can see the bottle as it is currently. The gripe now is that the bottles now, as you've seen from like this one, it's shorter, stouter, sturdier to me, but it's modern curved. This is the original, like the OG version. It's a litre, so it's taller.
Yeah.
It's thicker.
It's got some good girth to it.
Can I have a little feel of the girth?
The mass.
Oh, I can't get one hander on it. It's like one of my quads. Oh, that feels my mouth. It's a unit of a bottle.
It is Lord Wigglesworth of a whiskey bottle.
Oh, he is missed. That is interesting. Okay, so it's a peated whiskey. Okay, this could be interesting. Neither of us have tried this. Sorry, what was that? Where was the pop? Wet that cork and do it again.
Technical difficulties.
Wet it.
There was no cork pop.
Do it slowly. Twist, twist. Up. Oh. Hang on. You're welcome.
It needs warming up. There we go. It needs some warm up. Performance anxiety issues.
It was definitely suffering from bottle erectile dysfunction. So bed. It was suffering from bed. We can't help these things. We can't give bed any kind of whiskey infused Viagra. Turns out it doesn't work like that. It's the wrong way round. This is, for those who are interested, the last whiskey of the evening. I'm looking forward to this. Today we've had a very interesting selection, and it's finally demonetised. Indeed, it finally is, because, well, obviously a dick joke had to feature. Although, if you want to get truly demonetised, you point out that as it's 16, it's like the freaking scramble around Emma Watson when she turned of age. But mercifully, we don't think of Glenmorangie the same way. We never thought of Emma Watson that way either, because she's horrible. If anyone remembers how perverts in the world reacted when she was old enough, seriously.
Yeah. Wasn't there that thing that they took the photos of her, but they released them when she was 16, therefore they were okay?
Yeah.
Or something.
Thing is, the law changed. 18. It's like, okay, so you guys need to go and register. Congratulations. Okay, so we go down here. It says here, a lightly peated release. Oh. Floral, spring meadows, freshly mowed grass, gentle wafts of peat and charred oak, fruity, citrus, creme caramel. Right. Well.
There is definitely some peat in it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, you're right.
A little smile on Meg's face. Nose in, smile grows.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's smoky, peaty. It's definitely a fresh smell as well.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a Morange-A. That's what I'm talking about.
That's, yeah.
Oh, you three suck balls over there. Why can't you be more like this one? This has one award, only one. I want to go up to the reviews, actually. Do we have any reviews?
Yeah.
We have two.
But...
Excellent, amazing. Okay, well, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back here a second. Where's my... There it is. There you are. Right, I just want to make sure I can see the chat on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there you are. Next time, take the bottle for dinner first. Indeed, anxiety, we should do that. We were going to do Wagamama's because I got a voucher, but we didn't think it would be in the city long enough. It turns out
we were.
Oh, we were, but we needed something more substantive. Yes.
So more substantive, and that we knew what we were eating.
Her name was I think at one point her name was the name with the most amount of malware if you searched for it.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sounds about right.
Anything they can attach malware to these days.
Okay, so it said on the palette, stuff. Shall we have a... Flugzeug!
Flugzeug! Not a Wissenschaft!
Oh, we went to go to the Krankenhaus after this, in the Krankenwagen. You might need it after all the samples. This is 20 for me, by the way. Oh, that is different. Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that is a peaty one. Not very strong peated, but it's peated. So it says easygoing vanilla, creamy lemon... Posset. Yep. Salted... I didn't know the word. Salted almonds and tobacco. Subtle peat smoke. Murmurs throughout, carried by sweet, light, and zesty. Something. Fruit.
Zesty.
I was trying to go with the whole mask. Smoking.
Smoking.
Exactly. You got that. That's all right.
Can't do the M word, but I can do that one.
Yeah, you can't do moist as good as I can. It's okay.
I can do well enough to creep out the owner. That's all that matters.
If Flugzeug offends, we apologise. What did you say?
Moi.
Moi.
I didn't finish it because no one paid.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Although
Yes,
goal was
Bri,
hit.
have you had a Glenmorangie 10? Because this is like a better 10 with peat.
It's 16. It's travel exclusive. It's not peaty peat like not strong peat like the stuff you like. But for a Morange, this is not a bad effort.
No, this is very different. This is why I say, could you name me a Morange? Because I was trying to work, because they said, like, from their past, like, when did they do a peated Glenmorangie?
Yeah.
Because nothing we've ever had has been peated. And yet, this is apparently a tribute to...
Yeah. Before we continue, open your mouth, put it in your gob, and do 16 seconds.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Right. Tell me when you're ready to go. Okay? Bosh. Right. David is now doing 16 seconds, so I need to find you guys in the chat, and I can't see any of you. 16 seconds, 1 year for maturation. 1 second for 1 year of maturation. He's halfway through. He's riding this wave. He's giving it a good going over. He'll give that a good flug zook. Don't you worry. Flug zook, flug zook, flug zook, flug zook. Oh, and you're done.
Scheißerkopf. That is nice.
Okay.
It builds. It's a bit peppery. The peat definitely builds up, holding it in. It does start off a bit fruity, but it does kind of get replaced by the peat.
Well, this is, for those who are interested, Bri especially, you're interested, this is a 16-year-old tribute, it's called The Tribute.
Yeah.
You could find it. It's for a Morange, that's not known for peat. This is a nice, subtle flavour stuff. What did you think of the 16, though, when you had it in your mouth that long?
It was nice. It does start off with those like floral fruitiness. It does get quite quickly enveloped by the peat, but it's not excessive. It doesn't like cloy your mouth. It doesn't do anything weird. It's just there.
Yeah.
It goes a little bit peppery. The finish is not the longest.
No, it's a short finish, isn't it?
There's some warmth, but it's not like a proper kick.
It didn't linger like some of the others lingered.
No, but
this is not outstaying its welcome.
That's smoother than the previous two.
It is.
It's gone back to more of the smooth.
Well, you say gone back.
Glenmorangie whiskey
it's where Morange was before it deviated.
Yeah. This is definitely more of a Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Oh yeah, smash the like, guys. Thank you.
This is worryingly nice because this is going to get drunk.
Yeah, but it's a litre. It'll take you a while based on your drinking habits.
It will take a while, fortunately. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, this is.
You're not one to actually consume things, are you?
No.
Well, thankfully you've got an expanding space for collections hidden in a spare bedroom of a house you don't live in, which I've seen now.
Yeah, I have to move all that. I'm go missing.
Evil.
But if you steal it, I can't leave it to you in the will.
I'm not in your will. Shut up.
No one's in my will yet. I don't have a will yet.
Exactly.
I will have a will.
Well, you might need one by tomorrow because you're all about to die.
Apparently, we're all going to die on the boat. Yeah.
If I'm such a bad driver, you all gonna die.
Yeah.
I can't wait. In fact, in the group chat said you're all effed. You're going to suffer a full blown case of the deadsies. Have you sorted out your wills yet, or something?
Yes, you did.
Like, I was very upfront. No one engaged with that. They just carried on talking as if I hadn't been there. Like, all right then, knobs. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean the 10 is good, Bri. If you can get the 10, because I have discontinued it, it's worth getting one.
Yeah, as well. It's a good solid drinker.
But yeah, this. I mean,
What?
I say my favourite Glenmorangie is La Santa. It might be my favourite Glenmorangie was La Santa.
Could be, maybe. Might be. I always thought it was that Cab Bowl at 15 because that tasted amazing.
Okay. To the old drink was
right.
The Cab Bowl is probably the best of my. I haven't tried it. The Cab Bowl is probably the best of the Glenmorangies.
Yeah,
but it's not what I'm going to regularly drink.
So I'm going to add a caveat that if you're not going to regularly drink, then you should probably throw the absolute swerve you have called the Signet in.
Well, yeah, but I haven't had it, so I've no idea what it's like.
You don't have to.
It looks the best, but this is. I don't know if it's just because I like the peated whiskey. I don't know if it's just because. I don't know, it's better than everything else I've had tonight, but this is really good. Oh, I've got the broken the website now. The black one that was the Master Distiller Select. I've got that. The other collection as well. Just Meg adding all of the. What? Oh yeah, that's the one you got the thingy of. Isn't
I
it?
won it. Yeah,
You won the little the fancy sample
your basket's $4,000.
of. They do PayPal finance, right?
Can you do Glenmorangie signet here, please? You're nearer. So there are 2 signets. I'll.
So the one on the left.
This one.
This one. This is what I have.
David bought this as a treat to himself this year.
Although I've got the old box, which I think actually looks more fancy. Personally.
I think the newer one looks. It's a modern. Hang on, is that the signet? Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think. Yeah, this is the more. This is the. No, it isn't. Look at the topper.
Yeah. No, the bottle's different as well.
Yeah, you have the older. I think you've got the older design. If memory serves.
Yes, that is the sound. The box closing. That's
yeah, you have the older design, and this is the Signet Reserve, the brand new, more expensive one. And I will admit, if I'd seen this anywhere, I would have bought it. It would have been instantaneous. I'll do it. Your basket is at...
You know that's more than my PayPal credit limit, right? He's just salty that we both applied for PayPal credit and he got like 600 quid and I got like £3,000 on my balance.
There we go. Your basket's like $5,000 now. You're welcome. I'm doing my bit for the community. So just a quick thing.
I'm going to get a very interesting email from Master Mole.
There are reviews on this. Oh, we've got reviews on the Signet though. Signet is Hang on, let's find a low review. Come on, let's see the low ones for Signet. Let's do that. Lowest.
Also got replied to one.
Don't care. Stay away from this expensive and low quality Glen. Saves you money and time. Hundreds of better scotches out there for a fraction of the price. John C. Jim Murray.
Can't see him.
Good but not great. There is a lot of whiskies. More is less. What is a chocolate malt? Oh, that might be the reply.
That's the reply at the top. There's nowhere near the comment.
Yeah.
That's from, hang on, 16 years ago.
That's the basket. You're at nearly $6,000 now, by the way. Can we get this delivered on Sunday?
I'm pretty sure DPD aren't going to deliver all that.
Bitch, they will do as they're told.
Let's get a freaking pallet, I should think. Yeah, see, there's like these spices.
There's only one left.
There's Alta, there's all these different private reserve ones and special edition ones.
I've got you, bro.
So there you go. Chisel, Companita.
One per customer.
Again, so you've got there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There's a whole heap of Glenmorangie.
You'll have all of them soon, don't you worry. Did you worry about that, brother?
Thankfully, my credit card that's linked to this doesn't have a big enough balance to pay for this.
Damn it. What was that red box? Hang on, what was that red box Glenmorangie I just saw? Aww.
Error, one only.
Yeah, there was a red box I saw. It looked cool. Okay. If anyone has any questions, by the way, don't hesitate to ask.
Other than what else can we put in Dave's basket?
Honestly, everything. Let's go back to the bar. I quite enjoyed that. It's nice. Yeah, it's all right.
See, I'll do it on my phone because you've been too busy adding stuff to my basket. I want to Google peated Glenmorangie.
I'm going to add more now.
I want to see what they've actually done that they're tributing to.
They've not added any other stuff, have they? No, they've not. No, there's no peat. There's only. I think it might only be that. It might feature in other things, but I don't recall much.
Glenmorangie Finalta was a peated Scotch, which is one of their limited edition ones.
Yeah, but Tribute's not a limited edition, is it? That looks like a feta can.
It does, yeah.
Or Wireworks, I know. Is it Wireworks? Yeah. They don't have a definitive peated one, do they?
No. So
it's a Highland, so I don't expect it.
It pays tribute to the historic use of a peat-fired kiln.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
I mean,
oh, the owner. Oh, you're doing the support thing. Thank you so much for that.
Finalta seems to be the only other one that comes up as a peat.
Free delivery. I know. I know, anxiety, free delivery. Why is David not thinking about this? Like, seriously. Give some consideration to the 6K bill. Oh, I've got you, bro. Don't you worry, I'll find those.
So I've just found the Glenmorangie 19 on their website.
How much is it? It's actually cheaper than your
finest reserve. It is cheaper than my Signet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably rather have the Signet. Yeah. I'd rather have the Signet Reserve. I've got the sample of that. Last year or the year before, I can't remember which, I had a box arrive at the house, right? And my sister said I had to give an age for this, and I'm like, I didn't buy any whiskey, 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 and she even told David this because I was like, I didn't buy anything.
I know. I was like, I'm not aware he's bought anything. It's like, no,
you should tell people. I opened the box, and inside was a little card that said 1 in 10 people were selected randomly to receive this 5cl sample of Glenmorangie. I'll actually put it back on the screen. I'll show you.
Dr. Bill's Azuma 23-year-old, whatever.
I'll show you it if I can be asked.
We'll find it.
It was the £1,000 thing. That one, yeah. I got a 5cl sample of this that came in a wooden bottom box with a screw-on card top. It looked just like this, but 5cl. And I was like, I'm never opening that. Why? Because I won a whiskey. I don't know how this happened. I didn't know this happened. Had to happen? I don't know. It just did. I was very taken aback. I was sent another one at the end of the year, Cab Bowl Estate, which I've also kept. Because I'm like, I bought whiskey from their website, and for that reward, I was sent free whiskey. Yeah. And they now sell that sample, by the way, the 5cl, the 23.
Yeah.
£100 in the box with the little box as well. And I'm like, so I've got a £100 5cl sample of Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm never opening that because that's the most expensive shot I have. It definitively is the most expensive shot.
Yeah.
Even next to the Bunnahabhain, it's the most expensive one. I'm not opening it then, am I? No.
And it also looks awesome as well.
It does, yeah. And pride of place with the whiskies I've won this year.
Yeah,
anyway.
I like the fact you keep winning all these whiskies.
Yeah, suck it. Okay, well...
That's like I was the very first one that I entered where I came, like I was the name, it went
past
my
you
name,
just went off, weren't you?
And it ticked one past my name. That was a Morange-A.
Yeah,
was that a Signet or was that a...
No, that was an 18 or 19. No, it was a 95 reserve thing.
Yeah.
One of the really fancy 95 or somethings. I'm getting a bit warm, and I'm not tired yet, but I'm warm.
Opening the door, couldn't we?
Yeah, we can't because of cars, but we need to sort of get to that stage where we need to consider ending. So unless people have questions, and 1K for a bottle as well, I agree. Thank you, Prior. I appreciate the lucky bastard comment. That's very much appreciated. I have been very lucky the last 3 years, and also very grateful because I don't know how this happens. Again, in January, as many know, I simply answered a question and won a free sample. I got 3 of the 5 questions right, but could only have 1, so I gave David the other one, basically. Yeah. Literally nudged him when it was Frank Burns. So I gave him all the answers to get him 1, and he did, and he got Blair Athol, wasn't it?
Blair Athol 12, which I have.
You bought a bottle of it?
A bottle of.
Where'd your sample go in the end? Not in your winner's cabinet with your medals or anything?
It's up there, right? In the samples cabinet.
Fair enough.
There's many a sample up there.
Well, we're going to go because I need to cool down, and it's getting a bit toasty in here.
Yes.
I want to chill out.
We also have to be up quite early.
Yeah, I want to have a little bit more chocolate, maybe.
You don't, I do.
Yeah. Have a little bit more chocolate, chill out, and relax a little. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We really appreciate it.
And we will endeavour, now things are getting back to normal, we will endeavour to do these somewhat more regularly going forwards.
Hopefully,
which we hope you all enjoy and we all participate in.
If I can get the chat to work again, I'm going to end the poll. So according to you in the wonderful chat, 60% of you out of 20 votes voted to say yes, you like Glenmorangie. Thank you very much for that. We will take your advice on board. So there probably won't be a 4th. We've covered them 3 times now. So
we have run out of pretty much all the Glenmorangie.
Yeah, we have. But thank you for being here, guys, and we will see you hopefully soon.